So with that said, guys, let's do it. Oh yeah, Dingo, I bet. A lot of training and stuff you still have to do, so it'll be a while before you properly are doing what you should be doing. But that's kind of how every new job is, right?
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
What is going on? I just started the game. What is Suggestion trying to tell me? What are Copo types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Am I a cool cop?
No, you're the sorry cop.
Aw.
The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall
Why am I a sorry cop? That's so sad.
we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here.
Won't the other Copo types be jealous? Yeah, let's ask for that. I'm not sure what this is even going on about.
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry.
Nobody's jealous of John.
They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
Oh, good. We can be a sorry cop and a different type of cop at the same time. I just think of good cop, bad cop. I don't know what sorry cop is. In Tsushima, as the earth splits, the world around you seems barren. With no clear goal in sight, you amble on into the night. A truth you hope to find, but it seems forever gone in the land of John Katie. Tsushima, how's it going? Thank you so much for that. I dig those things. It always sounds like a Twilight Zone introduction a little bit. They're so fun. Okay, what are the other Copo types?
Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the Advanced Interesting Cop, Liquid Shadow Cop.
Ooh.
But you're too sorry to say those things. So, here we go.
I want to be the Liquid Shadow Cop. That sounds like something from Metal Gear Solid, doesn't it? So it depends on what products you use in your hair, whether you should wash it out at the end of the day. You can go 5 days without it looking greasy or anything, but you have a super fine blonde hair. Yeah, I do not have fine hair. I have very thick hair, both the hair strands and the density of it. Yeah, what I'll probably do is as I start to use lighter products, also just try to condition it, maybe. Like use water, but maybe do a little bit of conditioner, not shampoo, and maybe just do shampoo a couple times a week. Apocalypse Cop, that would be cool too. They should be sorry. Let's go this. You know what? I'm not actually sorry. I changed my mind.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
Oh, I thought I was sorry. They were saying I'm the sorry cop because, like, I'm just kind of sad. But they're saying I'm the sorry cop because I say I'm sorry all the time. No, I'm really not sorry. F off.
Wow. Okay. Fuck off. Maybe we were wrong about you then.
Aha, how about that? How you like that? Jumi, how's it going, Jumi? Oh, no worries at all. I'm glad you can make it at all. We just barely got started with the game, so perfect timing. Oh my gosh, another one. What is happening here, you guys? Arb Skywalker. We made it, bud. How's it going, Skywalker? It's good to see you, dude. Thank you so much for the subscription. That is an entire year, my friend. An entire year in the channel. Gosh, does time fly. That is insanity. How are you doing, Skywalker? I also was hoping you would drop by. I wanted to ask you, did you already play the new demo for Resident Evil? I think I saw you post on Twitter you were going to be streaming it. Did you already knock it out? And what did you think of it? Yeah, it's an anniversary. How do you feel? I love that. How would you say the stream has improved or unimproved in the 12 months' time? Okay, so let's go ahead and check this real quick. I think we were almost done with... You know what? I never looked at the screen before. There's like a map screen here we can do. So you haven't played it yet, but you're going to do it today. Oh, cool. Okay, so I guess Tuesday. Or maybe you can let us know in Discord what you think of it. I'm probably not going to play that demo. I'd rather hold off for the real game. I want to go in as blind as possible, but I'm excited to see what people think of it. What are these things? Oh, I think this is telling us the different people in the game. Okay. Is that right? I see Kuno. Map information incomplete. Oh, we have to find a map of the city before this is even a really useful screen, I guess. And Dingo, you're getting your first real design? Oh, that is exciting, Dingo. So you said solar panels, right, Dingo? I guess for your first design, what exactly is it? If you can even tell us, I don't know. Okay, so back at tasks, we have so many things to do. Let us... Where was the one I wanted to do? Like, I think we were almost done with the day. Here we go. End of the day briefing. Yeah, I think we're ready to go and finish up this day. It's already like 2,200 hours or even later. And I think we had to wait until this time. So this is probably perfect timing to go. Oh, and Relentless. Good catch. So let's go back. Oh, wait a second. That was the problem. Now I'm remembering. We wanted to stay at the hotel, but we trashed the place. And the guy wants money before we can stay there any longer. Of course, we're broke. We've been going around begging. We have a little bit of money, but not nearly enough. So our partner, Kim, actually gave us some hubcaps. He confiscated off of another criminal, and we're going to sell these hubcaps, get enough money to actually pay for this. We only have $38 right now. So I think we're going to this pawn shop up here where we turned in the novelty check. I think this is it right here. Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought this is where we're going. The streamer problem of taking breaks in between play sessions and forgetting everything. I have vague memories of every little detail.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Oh no, this is not it. Unfortunately. Fairy Dew, how's it going, Fairy Dew? Welcome, happy Saturday. How are you doing this weekend? Okay, so let me check a journal. Maybe it tells us where we're supposed to go. We have so many different tasks. Oh, I hear the garage moving. I think Andy's home. She went grocery shopping. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't see a task for actually selling the hubcaps. So I'm pretty sure that was one of our... Oh, pay for damages. Here we go. Take it to the local pawn shop south of the plaza. There we go. Just relaxing, Fairy Dew. The perfect kind of weekend. I love it when I don't have any like big tasks to do. I can literally just... Sometimes doing nothing is the most exciting thing in the world. So essentially, you're going to build 3D models of the customer's home. Oh, that's really fun. What programs are you using for that? Got to make sure everything is as accurate as possible. And from there, we find the roof face and get the most sun and least shading from outside source, like a chimney, tree, that kind of thing. Yeah, you want to avoid all that. And from there, you do some trial and error process to get the customer the most use from their panel system. That sounds like so much work for a single home. It seems wild that, like, pretty much in the future, every home's going to have solar panels. Like, I think they could start to make roofs out of solar panels, so your entire roof is solar. Okay, so it said there was something south of the plaza. I'm guessing I need to keep going this way, right? I've never actually been down here. Okay, like this right here. What is down here? So what you're doing right now is just building the house model. That's fun. I did a little bit of 3D CAD drawing in high school. I really enjoyed it. I mostly took the class because that's what my dad did. So I'm like, oh, I'm curious to see what you did. And it was pretty cool. We used AutoCAD something or other. I forget what version. But it was able to do 3D stuff. Oh, Roy's Pawn Shop. Fast cash for faster times. All right, here's the place. Let's do this. And CAD was one of your favorite classes in high school? Same, Tajay, same. For me, it was a drafting class that if you finished an entire year, like 2 semesters of that class, then you got to get into the CAD portion, actually on the computers. And of course, in that class, because it was a more advanced one, they didn't have a whole lot of stuff for us to do. They gave us a few projects, but we had downtime. So me and my friends, we would spend so much time just rendering goofy things and just having all kinds of fun. Whoa, Tajay. That escalated quickly. What's the story behind that? Okay, let's check out the stuff in this pawn shop first. Some kind of machine. An antique cash register? And Dingo, it's fun until I get a house that looks like the roof was designed by a bunch of drunk squirrels. That's true. You get one of those and like, I'm sorry, we cannot help you. Your roof is terrible. Buy a new house and then we'll get you solar panels. A bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. What does that mean? In the dark, a film projector is whirring away. Yeah, see, this is so much like a book because you kind of go in, you're bringing in all the details. Mostly military wear with a few eccentric fashions thrown in. Let's zoom in a little bit.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table.
Toy soldiers.
Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Win her back? What are you talking about, Inland Empire? Hey, we have a 58% chance of doing this. But before we do that, let's inspect this stuff. Are we trying to get like our ex-wife or something back? We don't really know a lot of those details. Most of our memory is still gone. Oh, so long story short, the two girls in the class kept messing with your backpack. I told them if they didn't stop, I'd light a girl hair on fire. And they didn't stop. You lit the girl's hair on fire. 18 years later, you're still friends. Oh, that's good. There was a good ending to that story. I was going to say, if they're teasing you, they might have liked you, Tashe. And you responded with arson. A little bit. I love the guy's voice so much, Dingo. Okay, let's ask about win her back.
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
I love how our brain fights with each other. You got the good cop and the bad cop. Inspect the knights on horseback.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Who are they?
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago.
What about the blue uniforms?
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
Tasha, that is hilarious. Well, at least it wasn't like, yeah, I burned their hair and I got suspended for a month or something like that. It's like, yeah, I burned their hair. We dated for a while. We're still cool. That's great. Let's ask, what are these exactly?
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
Not accurate. I don't like it. Okay, what about the figurines and rags?
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are those soldiers too?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
Oh, we're getting into some deeper speech here. It's meant to give people hope. I like that. Even we can do it.
Maybe.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is.
We'll get that when we talk to him more. Let's go ahead and try to find something interesting. We have a better than 50% chance. Fingers crossed.
Everything you pick out seems faded,
We rolled a
chipped
3.
and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
We failed that one. Darn it. What is this over here?
Typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Let your gaze run over the streetlight.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Is that a streetlight in your building?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where did you get this?
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
I mean, that's pretty cool. It'd be awesome to have like a street light in your house. It would just look neat, unique. How much for the street light? Like we need it?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
Whoa, that's way out of our league. No.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet talk you into buying trash.
Kim is super cool. I like Kim so far. Especially because like we had never met before this. And he's really nice to us and helpful. Okay, even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, that seems rather steep.
There's also the matter of rewiring. But the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
That's a huge bulb. Let's just say, there's nothing else we need to know about the light. Okay, let's talk to him and we're going to sell that stuff and pay off our debt so we can go to bed.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly. Yeah, imagine having 700 money. Whatever their money is. What would you say their currency kind of translates to? Considering we trashed a hotel and did a bunch of damage, it seems like their money is worth way more than the American dollar. If I trashed a hotel room and was back paid on previous nights and alcohol and stuff, I would assume I probably owed like $1,000, but it's only like 130 or something like that. 150? I forget.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I like this. Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any troubles lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who? Me? Inconsistent? Never. What are you talking about?
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
Oh, you mean me?
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Here, I like this one, because we do need to sell something. Quite the collection. I may have something to add to it.
It keeps me entertained.
His attention is drawn once more to the play of light and shadow on the walls behind you.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
We have a 58% chance of determining if he's high. Maybe we can find out what he's high on. Let's go ahead and try it.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
What the heck is that? Shroom Skywalker? Maybe that's what it is. I've never heard of Pyrrolidon.
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Ooh, maybe that's why he's wearing glasses, so it's not obvious that he's on something. Let's just ask him. I mean, we don't need to buy any. I'm just curious. Maybe this information will be useful. We'll just get to the point. So where does a man get Pyrrolidon these days?
How would I know?
As he studies us.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
I like this. Chill out, man. I'm not a cop. I just want whatever you're having, which I don't really. And Sad Boy, how is it going? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow, dude. Let's go with, we'll try to be cool. We'll just say, no judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of it before I lost my memory. I was thinking that too, Tajay.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
You had to, huh?
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
Let's see. Oh, the People's Pile. What is that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
That's true, Relentless. Yeah, with some radiation sickness, it's just like taking medicinal marijuana or something. But it sounds like this is probably much stronger stuff. Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you were a part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
How well did that go?
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
And it must have been tough. Radioactive cleanup?
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
I'm always fascinated by those stories of the radioactive places like Chernobyl and is it Fukushima, something like that? The one that just happened in Japan a few years back. Wild stuff. Yeah, Radioactive by Imagine Dragons starts playing.
So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Oh, what a scary thought. It's like, crap, whatever I do, I'm probably going to get sick from this, but it has to be done, kind of thing. And sad boy, maybe after the effects of the drug are far more long-lasting than we think. This is true. Could be. It is Fukushima. Okay, thank you. So whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
So how did you end up running the pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole.
It kind of is.
I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
I mean, that's a pretty smart idea. I would also move away from a nuclear meltdown. Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
What is a vortice? I feel like I should have a dictionary as I'm playing this game. Also, like you do when you read a book. A lot of times you run into a word you're not familiar with, you look it up. Okay, there's something I'd like to sell. I don't want to ask him for the drugs. I don't have any need to have it. Might get us in trouble later, but I gotta remember he has it in case we need to come back for any reason.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
The lieutenant steps in and hands him the spinners.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Ooh, he's gonna like that. So it's a plural of the vortex. Okay, like brain stuff, right?
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
Technically, we shouldn't have these things. I think Kim took them off of somebody he busted for something unrelated to the case right now. He just kind of kept them. He's like, well, gotta confiscate these. Didn't have to, but...
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Still not nearly enough money to buy that street lamp if we actually wanted it.
Thank you.
He takes the cash, then turns to you.
Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest goes into his pocket. Well, I could just blow it on stupid stuff, but no. We're going to get the room, pay off our debt, and then we can start to move forward. And maybe Kuno will like this drug, but it's going to be very obvious that you did it, at least to Kim. That is true. Although, I guess we'd have to maybe, if we needed something from Kuno, then it would make sense to come back here and get it.
The windfall is a small consolation.
That's like a last resort, to do anything with Kuno at all.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I'd like to sell my clothes? No. Actually, we do have things we can sell, don't we? I think we have a whole category of items that have no story meaning. They're meant to just sell.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Yeah, I think this is it, right? In our inventory? I think I can sell all of these things without any negative consequence. For anybody familiar, is that true? I don't want to back out of this conversation, but I could have sworn there was like one of your inventory kind of categories that this is just junk to sell. You're never going to need it for a quest or anything important. It's not a usable item. And it said to open your pawn menu. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of all these. Why not? How do I actually do it? Do I drag it? Every time I click on one, it just moves the background. Okay, so maybe I click on one, then click close? No.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Oh, I have to click the pawn button at the top. I'm still getting used to these menus. Okay, so we got 90 cents for that, $4.50 for this. This photograph, $1.25. The shot put ball, $4.50. This production schedule filament memory, $10. Big baller here. And our last one, a kind green ape pen, $1.35. That's a cool pen, though. I do like that big monkey head on the top. Maybe we can show him this corpse photo. I don't know that we need to. Not for selling.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
He barely even looks at it. But do you know what the tattoos mean? Oh, no worries at all, Skywalker. Yeah, that's cool. I can't wait to see what you think of it, though. I'm really excited for that game. Honestly, I'm really excited for May in general. We got the new Resident Evil. We got Mass Effect coming out. It's going to be an exciting month.
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
Oh, I guess you can sell, when you say sell clothes, you're selling like, kind of like armor items that you don't need anymore. I don't know that I'm comfortable selling anything because honestly, they all give you unique stats. So I'm going to hold on to that for now. Let's just say I don't have anything else to sell.
Another time, perhaps.
We can ask if he has any guns, but first let's ask him about the investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Do you know anything about the recent hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
Yep.
No one likes to see what you have to see every day.
And do you know anything about the Wild Pines representatives that are in town?
Can't say I'm a huge admirer of Wild Pines. And I can't say I trust any silver-tongued spokesperson of theirs. Fortunately, I have no reason to get involved.
Wait, what do you have against the Wild Pines?
What should I have for it?
Have you met the Wild Pines representative?
No, just people like that make everyone else see the world somewhat askew, at an angle that is convenient for them. Now, you have more questions, or are we?
I think we're done.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
I see, and today is your best friend's birthday? Oh, that's cool. You already gave him his real gift. But I kind of want to get him a gad gift. What should I get him? It really depends if you have a good place to get those kind of gag gifts locally, Dingo. I think of a place like Spencer's or something like that where they just have all kinds of random, fun, gross, funny things. And it, like, kind of what is your friend into? That would also help determine what would be a good gag gift. You know, if they like games, you can get something goofy or silly game related, or if they're into cards or something like that. And do you have any guns like those carried by the officers of citizens militia? Because we want to see if we can match the bullet that we found in the corpse to a gun.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Wait, what? Me? That's what happened to our gun? We pawned it to this guy? We don't remember that. Our memory's gone.
What? Sold?
Glad we came here.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
Wait, I sold you my gun?
You,
Bird's Nest Roy, you're starting to lose me here.
With Kim here too? That just sounded really, really bad.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Oh, dang, this is terrible. Oh, a funny cookbook would be entertaining. And not, it doesn't even have to be like a cookbook for dummies, because that would be like a legit one, but maybe just a really, really random one. Like, I don't know, cooking in your microwave or something funny like that. Oh, that's true, Yuki. Literal gag gift.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Of course, be sure that their parents are present when they're opening this gift for maximum awkwardness.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I want to know the whole story. Kim is cool. He knows our situation. Let's say I feel like there's something you're not telling me. No, sad boy. I have not played this game at all. This is my first time. It's really cool, though. It reminds me a lot of Planescape Torment that I enjoyed way back in the day. Loving how they put this game together, and I'm glad I waited for the voice acting to be put into the final cut, because for me streaming, trying to read absolutely everything, it would be exhausting. Okay, we'll say there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quite yourself, officer.
Well, what was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money.
I mean, we were drinking to the point of almost suicide, so yeah, I could see how we'd be a problematic person to have a gun.
When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Then I agreed to take it.
What the heck was wrong with us?
You sucked on a gun? Good. Very normal.
No, it's not normal. That's bad. Very bad. How much did we sell the gun for?
15 real.
What? Guns are worth more than that, right?
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though.
I don't mind talking about this stuff in front of Kim, even though I'm sure it's skewing his view of everything, but he seems genuinely supportive and really wants to help us. Yeah, true, Dingo. That is true. Or what would be fun if you had a store like that is get him something edible. Doesn't have to be sexual. Get him something edible that is normally not edible. Something random and funny. Hey, Cantel, how's it going? Great to see you. Happy Saturday. How's your weekend going so far?
This has got to be the most. Wow. There's pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
Oh, well, there's a lot of pity for us. Remember, we are the sad cop. I'm going to say I'm sorry you had to see me in that state. We don't have to talk about it any further.
No apologies necessary, officer.
Oh, yes, I'm still loving it, Cantel. I'm really curious to see how everything shakes out. There's so many cool characters, and we have a huge to-do list. Was the buyer a policeman too? Yeah, we're the sorry cop too. Although then I kind of said, F that to being sorry. We need to stand up for ourselves.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
I don't know if we've met anybody that fits that description who might be going after that kind of stuff. You know, initially, Sad Boy, I thought it said we were Sad Cop, but then towards the end of that conversation, it was trying to tell us we were Sorry Cop. And then I said, F that, we're not sorry for anything. I'm not sure where we left off. Yeah, Dingo, there's like different cakes and candies that are all represent real objects. Like you can get candy cigarettes, candy cigars, candy all kinds of things. It took you 3 days to get the body down in your playthrough. Slow and steady wins the race. Wow, I've just been focusing on that, I guess. Can't tell. But there's so many things to explore. We also stored the body already in the polar bear fridge.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Who is this woman?
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
And apparently the union boss knows where it is, which is even more shady.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
When there's murder involved, you have my attention. No, what is it? I'm trying to think of that quote from Django Unchained, where Leo DiCaprio's like, at first you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention. I think it's from that. See, I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia? I mean, why else would you want that gun specifically?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where we can find the buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Where did she come from? Where did she go?
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
Oh, that's right, Sad Boy. I honestly haven't had too much time to play with that integration. Oh, no. I have to turn it on. I forgot to do that again. I think I forget that every time. Thank you for reminding me, by the way. Let me bring that up. If I go to extensions, I think I have to turn it on every time. Yeah, because I don't have the buttons right now. Let's see here. I have to get the code. Now, let me go ahead and paste this in here. Options, Twitch integration, connect. There we go. Okay, I haven't actually tried to do a vote recently, so now it should actually work when we have to do that. Much better. Now, it was probably working showing you the stuff from the previous stream, but now it should be updating again, I assume. Oh, here we go. Have the people from Evart Claire's union come to track the gun?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls.
That sounds like that.
They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it.
So does he not actually have the firearm?
They went their way. It was a trip. But you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
Okay, well, at least I know I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
I think that's pretty much it for now. We got our money. We should probably end the day because it's almost like... I'm not sure what time that would be. Like 11 o'clock at night? And I think at 10 o'clock we can talk to our partner and wrap up the day. But we finally got enough money to pay off our debt, so that's good. Technically, if I had done a bunch of different side things, we could have potentially paid it off without having to use those hubcaps. But man, was that expensive. Let's zoom out here. I think it's just right up here. Oh, we got a thought here. Maybe a sea monster did this to the plaza. He's talking about the big crack in the floor. I'm sure that's what it was. Cthulhu or something. That being said, shame on you for not being able to read it correctly. 11 o'clock. I mean, that's roughly 10:58. I rounded up. Forgive me, Tajay, for I have sinned. We had a whole discussion about this whole 24-hour clock thing last time. It's like, I don't particularly like to use it. I never confuse it, but I understand why it's used for the military and stuff.
Can I help you?
So about that money that I owe you.
Yes. Have you got it?
I finally have your money.
Well,
Whoa, we can be brutal about this. Let's just say, here it is. Sorry for the trouble. Let's be nice. Let's try to amend things. We have 190 total. Well, we're still going to have more than what we started with.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Now I really want to get as much done every day as possible just so that before I stay the night, I guess I can afford it every night. I don't know how much it is. And Dingo, you swear you heard me say, oh, we've got a thought here. I did. Technically, I did. I didn't spell it like that in my mind, but you know. Oh, I know, Tasha.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
So I'm guessing that's when you can start going to sleep at 9 p.m.?
I'll take a room here too.
He opens his wallet.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Except for us, when we trash the place and drink too much. I think that's it. Goodbye. Okay, so our mission was to go on our balcony and have kind of a chat with our partner, which is probably just going to be a rundown, talking about where we are in the case and then the plan for tomorrow. I'm a little worried about the corpse we left in that fridge. Like that woman that's all superstitious, clutching onto her pendant, she might go down there and do something. Although she also seems scared of the area, so maybe it's okay. Okay, so now that we're here, I guess I just start talking to Kim.
Yes?
I just have the same things. Hold on. Let me verify what this was. End of day debrief with Kim. Kim can answer any lingering questions you may have about the case in the RCM. Join him on the Whirling in Bags balcony after 2200 when you're calling it a day. Is this the balcony? Am I in the right place?
Yes? What do you want to know?
I can ask him, tell me about the case. Now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know more about this pissing competition you mentioned.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
What kind of stupidity? I think they're trying to pit us against each other on the case to see who's going to do a better job. I think that's what he meant about pissing competition.
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
Yeah, I don't want it. Not it. You take it.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But
funny.
I assure you,
Spider monkey.
I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
There we go. Waiting for that thing to finish. How is it going, Spider Monkey? Welcome, Spider Monkey, and welcome, Raiders. How are you guys doing? Welcome to Juncadia. Thank you so much for for that raid, Spider Monkey. How was your stream? What did you end up doing? Oh yeah, you were playing Assassin's Creed. You know, it was kind of funny. Spider Monkey puts like a counter of deaths on his stream every time, but it's not for the entire game. It's just for the one stream. When I jumped in there earlier, I was like, Spider, you have 0 deaths? I demand a recount. And then when I checked before I started my stream, I think you were at 3. So things went south somewhere. But how was your stream, Spider? And if you guys have not followed my good friend Spider Monkey, be sure you click that link. Give him a follow. He's a great guy. He actually came over last night, just very briefly, to help me set up our new dining room table, which is awesome. Thank you again, Spider. It was a sea battle. Oh, did you have to retry it a few times? That's cool. And for everybody unfamiliar, welcome. My name's John. We're currently playing Disco Elysium, and we're trying to find out who murdered this guy and hung him for a tree behind this hostel. It was fun? Nice. And Yuki, you've been modding Nate's stream so much, you saw the raid and almost started to do a shout out just out of habit, right, Yuki?
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
So you volunteered to spoil it?
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoil sport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. I love that. So what's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't.
Yeah, so Yuki, I mean, if you're interested in being a mod at some point, I know I'll probably be asking at some point as we get bigger. I'm not sure what the math should work out to, but for every like 5 or 10 average users we typically have in here, it'd be nice to have like an extra mod or something. So yeah, we'll definitely ask at another point. We haven't actually added any new mods for at least a year, but eventually I'm sure I'm going to ask to say, hey, is anybody interested? You know, it's always good to have at least 1 or 2 people in here for when, you know, we need to do some modding duties. Okay, so I wonder what that says about me, that I was sent by my station? He raises an eyebrow, thinking it's best to let you make the next move.
Tell him. Tell him why it's you.
Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities.
He opens one hand and looks at it.
I like that.
A moment passes.
Oh, and Ditto on the mod thing. Would you be interested as well, Dingo? What I basically did last time is I just asked on Discord. I added everybody and be like, hey, since we started playing Last of Us 2, there was a ton more, you know, unscrupulous folks coming in trying to spoil the game and just be jerks. So that's when I kind of did the ask, and we had, I think like 4 or 5 people maybe asked about it. They'd be interested, and I kind of picked 3 that were here kind of the most regularly, and I kind of thought their values matched with how I like the stream to go the best. And you guys have been doing an awesome job, by the way. Thank you again, mods.
Which school do you subscribe to? Mambo or Jambo?
Oh no, what is he talking about? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Let's say Mambo. I have a vivid interior. I see and feel things. I like this one though. Wait, which is the one where your Thai talks to you? Because I really don't know. Yeah, that's right, Tasha. It takes all of us working together to get that one brain cell to do anything. Otherwise, it's very uncooperative, right? That's true. Now, luckily, I have played Mass Effect, so for me personally, I'm not worried about spoilers. It's been a long time. Honestly, I've forgotten most of everything, but it is one of those things that, yeah, we'll be sure to have the no spoilers tag on and things like that. Oh, thank you so much, Relentless. I mean, honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. Luckily, in our stream, especially recently, the worst we've had is the random bot asking to, like, buy followers and stuff like that. Click here to, become famous, stupid stuff like that. It's very rare that we get too many trolls, but you guys have been awesome when we do have to deal with that.
Mental illness.
Yeah, because that's what I have. I have that mental illness. I don't have that. I must have something cooler. So what was that, Mambo and Jumbo?
Yes.
I think I might have both Mambo and Jumbo. How about that, Kim?
I didn't know that was even possible. It must be a great burden.
It is both a burden and a gift. With great power comes great responsibility.
It's good to have an ambidextrous paradetective in a labor dispute. I can see why they sent you. Should we go?
Okay, enough about the competition then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
He's actually glad it's addressed now.
Oh, so we can do a test to see if we can figure out why the group sent us, but we have a very low chance of that. We can retry it. Maybe we should just try it anyway. Aw, that's cute. Yuki, Relentless has taught me everything I know. You're learning from the best. And we always prevent John from becoming famous. You guys don't prevent anything. I don't want to be famous. If anything, I'm responsible for all my growth. Like, some people will go out there and they'll blame booby streamers, as they call them, or, girls in hot tubs streaming. That's not my audience. They're not keeping me from becoming famous. These kids playing Minecraft all the time are not keeping me from becoming bigger on Twitch. It's all on me, and I understand how Twitch works. I understand the algorithm for finding new streams is very difficult. Like, Sad Boy, I'm very glad you found us, but it's not like YouTube or other places where you can just kind of become a big sensation overnight. Not that I'd ever try that, but really I need to do things outside of the stream to kind of become big, and I just don't really have the time for it. I want to do more, but I just got to make that time. It's all on me, not on you guys. Let's see, and can we bump it up a little bit with the chat integration? Oh, you mean like for the different votes? I usually try to keep it going quick just because there's a little bit of time delay, but whenever we run into a decision where it's like, oh crap, I don't know, this seems like it's going to have some major consequences, then I like to do the vote. But what does this button do exactly, Sad Boy? Because I think you're familiar with this one. This one's where you guys get to pick, but what does the bottom one do? I think somebody told me they can give me more boosts to different abilities or something. I don't know exactly what it does. Like, let me try it right now. So I click on that, but now I don't see anything. Let's see, the chat integration with the odds. Is that what that one does? Because I know this one just lets you guys help with a vote, but I don't know what that one does. Looks like it has 163 second countdown. I don't know what exactly this is doing. Wait, did that help this? Or is that my imagination? I thought that was 13% before. Does that give me a little bit of a boost in the odds? Maybe you guys can like collectively help. Nice. Okay, cool. No, we're definitely gonna be doing that more. I really just didn't understand what it did. Alrighty, guys, 17%. We're probably not gonna do this, but maybe we'll roll 2 6s. Please work.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
We didn't get that. No, that makes sense. I'm exceedingly qualified.
If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting.
Now, I didn't ask this before. I don't know why not, but now it seems really weird. But we're going to ask him. You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Nothing. Just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean distinctive? Do I walk like I'm hungover? Because I am.
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
So how's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
You're kidding me. Why containers?
I don't know. containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound like Kim. Okay, we'll quit this. Now, maybe I'm actually supposed to talk over here. And Sheely, what is going on? 2,000. You've mined 2,000 diamonds in Minecraft? Is this with that bot that does this, or did you do all that by hand? That's a lot of diamonds. Oh my gosh. So we get better odds if we choose the correct category? Oh, that makes sense. Me personally, like, I often don't remember the category unless I'm actually looking at the screen, which you were correct on that one, Tajay. For logic, that matches up with intellect. Oh, we had a skill point. Hold on. Let's put a skill point in one of these. Unfortunately, we can't increase that anymore. And what should we do? Do you guys have any suggestions? That was an easy one. I like this one. Suggestion. Charm men and women. We can play the Puppet Master. Being a dialogue-based game, that does seem pretty important. Let's go ahead and add one to suggestion. Boom. Up to 6. Wait, did I actually apply it? Yes. Okay. I forgot to click save. So you bred some chickens that for some reason produce diamonds. That's a thing? Or is that like a mod or something? I've never heard of chickens producing diamonds in Minecraft. Oh, it is a mod. Okay. So I think this might be the balcony that the game was talking about. Let me try talking to him here.
Yes?
No, still nothing. Maybe if I go to my door, then it'll start the conversation. Like we're going to bed.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Okay, now we can do it. All right, good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
I was just there with you. Okay, let's go. I had to actually initiate that. And Fuyuki, how is it going? Your diction is very good. I still don't fully understand English, but I can understand many words here. Oh, I appreciate it, Fuyuki. I try to. Sometimes I have to mentally tell myself, John, slow down, because when you're in a conversation, when you're watching someone speak, it's easier to kind of catch everything they're saying. But I know some people are busy doing other things. They might just be listening to the stream. So for me, it's good to slow down my diction and try to talk clearly and enunce as well as I am able to. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Dingo, you didn't realize y'all were talking about Minecraft. You were about to get very concerned for that chick. Oh, that is great. So Shivers provides world building. Personally, you like it, but it doesn't have as many checks. You just don't see it as often. I feel like I've seen Shivers a few times, but I haven't been keeping track about how many times I've seen all the checks. All right, let's go talk about the case. Yeah, seriously, Sheely. You got a...
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
That was interesting. I've never seen speech pop up in a loading screen. Yeah, Sheely, now you have a diamond farm. That's fantastic.
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM?
Wait, hold on. You're having a smoke? Our character has a quest to smoke. Don't smoke, guys. Smoking's bad for you, but we need to smoke for video game's sake. I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I love that. Look how cool he looks. We could look cool if we smoke. Don't smoke. I love this. How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
He flicks the ash.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
I think I might want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes? I mean, based on how the game works, we're going to get experience if we do it. That's the only reason I'm doing it. Poor Relentless. I wish I looked devastatingly cool. Same. Same. It's a CBD vape. Could be. Could be. 250 mods. Oh, how could you even keep track of all the differences? And Dingo, not only would it be painful to lay the diamonds, but the government would be all over that chicken. 100%. That chicken... I feel sorry for that chicken if it really existed.
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. I have exactly one cigarette every night while going over my notes.
Oh, you meant your vape, not in the game. Okay. You vape for anxiety reasons? That makes sense. That makes sense. Right then. The debrief. Let's return to it. I've never smoked anything. Never smoked a cigarette. Never vaped. Never tried marijuana. Nothing. Alcohol. That's pretty much the only substance like that I've taken. And like painkillers and things, but never to abuse them, I suppose. Just when you need them.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
So how... 100% Taji. I'm really boring. If I have to get a background check for work, you know, like an interview or something, it's really easy. They just be like, guy hasn't done anything. Come on. Celestial Lynn, how are you doing? Happy Saturday. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Did you ever finish that hard mode in At Dead of Night? I'm curious if you got any further in that. It looked really tough. Okay, so how do you think today went, Kim?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on.
I thought we did really good at inspecting the body. I made that really tough dice roll to find the bullet.
Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal. But we did manage to get him down from the tree. So as they say, all's well that ends well.
So he's technically been shot twice. We shot him once on accident, because we were trying to get him down from the tree. But then we found another bullet that had been shot through his mouth. It was like in the back of his skull or something, and we dislodged that. That's the big clue that we found. And you never smoked, you only vaped, Yuki? And Taji, I guess it probably did make things easier when you joined the CIA. See, Taji? 1,000 IQ right there, you're right. And the CBD vape helps your anxiety super fast compared to anything else, and it doesn't make me a zombie for 2 days. That's good. I mean, yeah, you find whatever works for you, 100%. I just wanted to make sure he was really dead. He could have been a zombie, but then you should have shot him in the head. We'll say, I'll admit, I'm a little out of practice.
Being sober also tends to help with precision.
A little bit.
Anyway, we performed the field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. Moreover, you found that the hanged man wasn't just hanged, he was also shot. That was some excellent detective work.
Hey, we're getting some kudos here. There we go. And Relentless, you don't even drink. You're pretty much the most boring white bread person in the world. I mean, and when I drink, though, it's very infrequent. I probably drink maybe once or twice a month. Typically, it's just when we have friends over, which has been very infrequent. Basically never, because of quarantine. Sometimes I'll have a bottle of wine with Andy, or if I'm watching the fights or barbecuing, I'll crack open a few beers. That's kind of it.
And you managed to locate and pull out the bullet, so we can get ballistics, make off the gun. All this is invaluable.
Yeah, it was the least I could do, given all my past mistakes.
The rest is up to the boys in processing. Maybe they will surprise us by doing their job for once, but I wouldn't count on it.
Oh no, come on guys, do it. Help us. And you gotta head out, you'll drop in later. Oh, we'll see you later, Dingo. Have fun with what you're doing. And considering, Sheely, both your parents sum a pack of cigs a day, they smoke a pack a day, it's pretty surprising they have never ever tried smoking anything of any kind. Some people, it's just cigarettes, 100%. My mom's the same way. She likes to smoke, and it's just cigarettes all the time. She's tried quitting, no luck. She's just kind of like, it's going to be what it's going to be, unfortunately. And DBZ girl, how are you doing? It's great to see you again. Happy Saturday. I hope you're having a good weekend so far. And Tajay, speaking of smoking, you think you're going to go have one before you continue your search for a good flat piece of land in Valheim? Oh, are you moving in the game, Tajay? We found a couple of your little bases, but I wasn't sure if you had your permanent home yet. Andy says come live near us, is what Andy says. If you guys haven't played Valheim and you're interested, we have a community server. And Relentless, I'd say I'm not fun at parties, but I don't go to parties, even when we're not in the middle of a pandemic. Hey, so you can't be not fun at parties if you're not present. Relentless.
There's still work to be done at the crime scene, however. We mustn't forget that. Now for the interviews.
He takes a deep drag and looks at the city. Oh, I'm doing really good, DBZ girl. We actually just got a new dining room table. It looks great. I'm really excited about it, but we need to get chairs that match it now. We weren't a fan of the chairs that could come with it, so we decided to opt out, just buy the table and find our own chairs. The initial interviews? Yes, well, we talked to some people.
Including Everard Clare, a daunting adversary, if there ever was one.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him.
He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
What I don't get is it seems like he might have my gun that we sold, but according to that guy, some woman bought it, and his group was looking for it, and they missed it, so I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see. And this one, I'm a little intimidated by him, honestly. He has stuff on me.
Well, we will have to work through that. Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
That's true. He did kind of help us. And how about you, DB0 girl? Anything new going on with you? I want a different name. One I haven't ruined yet. No, we'll just say it's a relief. It's a very serviceable name.
Moving on. We didn't talk to the Wild Pines rep. We really must do that tomorrow.
Yeah, it was getting pretty late, so I decided to do this, but there's a lot of things on our to-do list.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
That's how I get things done.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
Oh no, is it drug related? I like this. I don't have time to, or I don't like to waste time, you know. My mind moves fast, the rest has to try to keep up.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette. What's wrong with my shoes? They were like green snakeskin or something. And maybe it was the first woman you encountered, or the gardener? I haven't seen much past. Yeah, we've met just a couple women, sad boy. We met the woman in the wheelchair. She's awesome. I like her a lot. We met the woman at that store that's very indifferent talking to us. And then there's the woman at the bookstore who's really weird and holds onto that pendant, and she's like trying to hypnotize us or something to buy books. It's kind of silly. And I hope it's okay to say, but you finally got set up for, you finally got your setup, so just waiting for the summer to hit, and then you're officially going to be streaming. Oh, of course, DBZ girl, that is super exciting. That is awesome. What do you plan to stream? What, I guess, do you have like a particular game you want to focus on, or are you going to just be like a variety streamer and play all different kinds of things?
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
He looks at your snakeskin boots and suddenly smiles. So what are our powers exactly, the RCM? What can we do?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
So we're like a rent-a-cop, you're saying? Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? Yeah, you would think so. Definitely going to do variety streaming. You like too many game types? 100% DBZ girl. Same. I mean, obviously, every game I play is hardly related at all to the last one, so I feel you there.
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Yeah, that's a problem. Instead of doing $1,000 fine, just give me $500 and I'll just won't even report this. So 1,000, why not more?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol.
I mean, 1,000 of their currency seems like a lot. Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
And let's see, when you finally unlock the stonecutter, so you're searching for a good open piece of flattish land to build your camp on, so that won't take me 3 hours to smooth out. There you go, Tajay. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah, if you want to, you could, be in our area. I just built a big wall in Valheim around our area, so you'd want to be inside there. Just pick a spot. There's room. But, or if you want to be near there or find a new really cool spot, we'll just build gates to each other. It's all good. So how can you be sure the arrestee will show up after you do that call?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught.
There you go.
It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
Kind of like what we do here, honestly, a lot. Okay, I see. And if someone resists?
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty...
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness.
Kim, you got my back, right?
Not a good position to be in, by the way.
No.
Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes. The last time was 4 years ago.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
He says it matter-of-factly and moves on.
Have I killed anyone? He's not going to know that.
That's an improbability. Perhaps even impossibility.
Of course you've killed people. It's somewhere down there, melting in all the drink.
I don't know if I really want to know.
Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence.
So why does he think it might be an impossibility for us to kill somebody if our whole group is likely to kill people? So what happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
He taps on the coat pocket where he keeps his notes. All right, and who makes all these rules?
The coalition government and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
I don't care either way. We'll just say nothing right here.
Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I'd just be randomly picking one. So the Moralaton, what is that?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
I really don't know. That's how bad it is up here.
Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
They run the Insane Clown Posse? What is going on here? We got a visitor. Hi, Georgie. Hi, buddy. See if I can get a little pup on screen for a second. He just ran underneath me. Hey, buddy. What a kid. Such a good pup. So we were going to cheat a bit and server hop to move resources to the new camp instead of taking everything across. Oh, don't do that, Tajay. I mean, there's a lot of ways we can cheat, but I try not to do that. I have beefed up characters on Spider Monkey's server and my other one, but I don't like to move resources that way. That kind of takes away of the fun of actually using their built-in systems of needing carts, needing boats, things like that to actually move things. And you killed a bunch of wolves the other night. Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah, we could definitely use some wolf skins. I haven't tried that yet. 100% Tajay. Or we just give him the shaggy look. But yeah, he probably needs a haircut. Okay, so what does this group believe in?
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
And what is their symbol?
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that.
Yeah, you could tell.
Something ominous. Something even a little feminine. But in a strict manner.
And who was Dolores Day?
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
For you, she is something painful. Though it's hard to say
A
why.
wild Andy has appeared. Just a sec. What? With what? Here. Andy got something stuck on her. What is this? Oh, her back brace. She got tied up in a back brace. She's like, I can't get out. Okay. Poor baby. So what do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It is more than that. There's some kind of affection in him.
So you like the moral intern?
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself a moralist. A blue forget-me-not, a piece of the sky. They're not all that bad, but the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. That's enough for me.
That's good. Believe in the group you're a part of. I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
Uh-oh. So I'll let you guys help with this one. What do you guys want to say about this moral intern group? Things are bad out there. We need them giving us the right to police Revachol. That's number one. Number two, they've done an awful job here. Have you seen this place? This isn't humanism. 3, we are stooges of the world's largest burgoys, I'm not sure, organization protecting the burgoy rights. I don't know what that word is. 4, mutter silently. Immigrants, liberal kips, effing men are turning into women. No, let's not do that one. 5, on second thought, I don't have an opinion. Just forget about it. Ready, set, and vote. There you go. So you on the screen itself, you guys can actually actively vote on which one you want to pick to tell Kim. Try not to upset him. Maybe we can, line up with his rule of thought. I'm not sure. Right, we got 100% for this one right here. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen this place? This isn't humanism. So yeah, DBZ Girl, you actually, I think on the screen, I don't know if it works on mobile. Does it work on your guys' mobile phones? But you should be able to use the extension that I installed to actually pick the choices. All right, number 2 it is.
We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
Maybe we should make our own law.
Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
He looks at the roundabout.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Yeah, it might not, DBZ Girl. On my tablet that I have on the side, just so I can monitor the stream, I don't see any kind of controls for that, unfortunately. I can see on my desktop, but not on my tablet. But it might depend on your device and the version of the software, too. Oh, you gotta go, sad boy. It's very nice to meet you, too. Thank you for the follow. Hope you can catch me later. You're also still learning English. That is awesome. Hey, anytime I feel like I'm still learning English, to be honest. English is hard. Talking's hard. Words are hard. But thank you for joining us. I hope you have a great night. We normally stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time. I'm not sure what time that's going to be for you. And then Saturdays at noon, like this time. So hopefully one of those works out for you really well. Hopefully we'll see you again. You take care, sad boy. Okay, let's just say thank you for this, and we'll end this. Or we could say nothing and just look into the night. That'll continue this conversation.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag.
Like, ooh, I'm ready for more.
This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. This little stick right here.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno.
Oof.
It's different in land, in Jamrock, in the GRIH.
He pulls on the cigarette. Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. It's like I told you, this place is an orphan, fallen between the cracks.
And in Jamrock and the Gree?
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette on the equestrian monument cutting into the night.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
Maybe we're going to help clean this place up.
Night. Captain Ptolemy Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky is black. Captain Price wears a black suit and a standard patrol coat as he mounts the horse to head home. Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks, and Precinct 41 with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. The kid on the corner waves at the captain as he takes the turn on Petition and Main. The horse neighs. The captain nods back.
Now this is our esprit de corps talking. Is this like a flashback or something?
Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Hey, we got a level up in a skill point. The game seems to do a pretty good job with the autosaves, which is good because I forget to quick save all the time. You know, if I was playing by myself, I would probably be doing more save scumming, where I save and reload if something doesn't go the way I want it to. But when I'm streaming, I have a lot more fun just kind of letting things go the way they're going to go. It's like having Spidey sense, but for cops. I should put points into that. I love Spider-Man. Okay, so let's go back to our door. All right, he says, see you in the morning. Do I need to talk to him? No, he's done. Bye. We close our door. I guess we could just crash out on that. I think it's a sofa bed. It's kind of hard to tell. It's a mess. But we can also check this window.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Do we always look like that? Do we always have that weird kind of expression? I don't know. And it helps you understand your blue-souled sisters and brothers. Is that talking about cops when they say blue-souled? Or what does that mean exactly? Gosh, we don't have very good options for any of these. Use the chain cutters to fix the faucet. Stop steam from fogging up the mirror. Don't do that. You're just going to wreck it. Let's attempt to stop the expression from happening. With the 3%... Oh, let me do this to help you guys... I'm not sure which category electrochemistry is. But I'm going to click this button right here. See if you guys can give me some more points so that we can have a better chance of trying to stop the expression. Our face is like frozen. We have to turn it off somehow. Let's get back to normal. It would be nice to control our face. Oh, I saw something pop up. It like flashed red. I don't know what exactly that means. Okay, so we're still at a 3%. I guess you guys can put points into my skills like temporarily, which is really handy. That's neat. Okay, let's go ahead and try this. We need to get 2 6s.
It's too late.
We got
Like an
close.
image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Remember, this expression is for the ladies. Okay, we did not turn it off. We got a 6 and a 4, though. That was so close to doing it. Oh, wait. Can we take a bath? I know we need a bath. So it's the very spirit of policing and helps you understand discreet remarks your colleagues make. Oh, that's kind of cool. That helps talking to Kim for sure.
This is not the cleanest bathtub in the world, but it's cleaner than you are right
All
now.
right. Let's run ourselves a bath.
The bathtub slowly fills with water. The water beckons.
Undress, close your eyes, and submerge.
The water is only lukewarm, but still comforting. Like amniotic fluid. A
Ew.
few beer cans are bobbing up and down along your flanks, like sad duckies.
At least take the beer cans out of the tub. What are you doing?
You feel nice and lonely, and so tired.
Yeah, take the beer cans out.
Now you are alone with your thoughts in the tub. But it's easier than being alone with your thoughts outside the tub.
That's cool. You can hear them playing in the water.
They're not even really thoughts, just assorted sensations. None of them acute enough to focus on.
Let's imagine something.
You see the corpse. You can still smell the cadaver on you. It's going to take more than one bath to get rid of that stench.
Darn it. Hopefully it helps a little bit.
Then, houses along a narrow street. A video rental. Darkness on the planet's curvature.
Video rental, like a Blockbuster video? Linger in the tub a little.
Your fingers grow pale and are covered with tiny whirls as the water cools.
He's getting all wrinkly. Hey, we got some health back. That's cool.
What are you doing? You're not some fat fish in a fucking aquarium. Time to get moving.
All right, get out.
The waterline recedes as you stand. You are cold now. Your clothes stick to your still moist skin.
You not even dry off before you put on your clothes? What can we do with the fan?
The fan stands still.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with the fan. You could probably hurt yourself with that. Let's go ahead and crash. Let's go to bed for the night.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
It's almost midnight. The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 2100. All right, let's crawl in.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
Night-night. Yeah, I've done that
And
before
then
on stream.
Sleep doesn't come.
Oh, no. We don't actually sleep. We just lay there? That sucks.
And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
Fluff the pillow, for God's sake. Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
We're fighting for sleep. Okay, roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with, what was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
We think it's the Union. We don't know for sure. Oh, and Therapy, you got to get some sleep. Have fun finishing the game. Thank you for joining us, Therapy. It's good to see you. And what day exactly is your birthday? I don't know if it lands on a stream day, but it'd be great to sing to you on your birthday. It's coming up soon, I know. It'd be fun. Okay, no more thoughts. Just fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
That's what makes it hard to go to sleep. Your brain doesn't stop. You can't relax. Ooh, I think we're having a dream right now. Maybe we're asleep. Ooh, I think we're supposed to go here. Oh, and it's on Saturday. That is so cool, Therapy. Perfect. All right, well, have a great rest of your night. Get some good sleep. Thank you again for joining, of course. Okay, let's go check out. This is where the corpse is normally, but now there's some disco lights going on. That's us as the corpse with a disco ball right above our head.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
I remember nothing.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Let's see. I'm going to say I was left. I don't know if we left them or if they left us. Let's say you said who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear.
Jeez.
And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone.
That's so creepy. It's the same voice from the first corpse, but now it's us up there.
Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
I'm going to guess that we were left. I don't think we left her. I imagine she left us.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
Dang.
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back. Gotta be positive.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
Oh, there we go. Throwing a name from the title in there. What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them.
Wait, what?
You really fucked up.
Oh, this takes place like in the 50s, right? I'm like, we're way more than 5 billion now, but let's say I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do, even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed.
This voice isn't very nice to us.
Stinky boy.
I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve the case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Hangover from what? We didn't drink all day. God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
I like that little song at the end. So is this just like our memories of everything we've seen just haunting us? Is that this new type of hangover? Yeah, nothing like a conversation with your own limbic system. I wish we could get out of this conversation.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Oh my gosh. Crap, we're waking up, I think. We still need to go back to that basement underneath the bookstore and check out all that weird stuff. Hey, we are back to full health and morality.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
Oh, I hate that kind of sleep. Okay, what the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
So why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
No. We're going to get off that crap.
Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself.
I'll say, no, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Okay, let's go meet our buddy. I mean, we got our health and morality back. I'm happy with that at least. I didn't have to use a bunch of items. Okay, well, let's go look for our partner. I don't know if he's... Oh, this is where that woman is, isn't it? We haven't talked to her since the first day.
Closed.
Was he in this room right here? There's only like 3 rooms in this place. I can't even try that door. Maybe he's downstairs waiting for him. I like the music in this hostel. It's chill. That's what I was using for the intro music on the stream. Razor, what's up, Razor? How you doing, dude? Oh, wow, this looks completely different today, doesn't it? There's more stuff opened up. All right, we have officially started day 2. Hey, there's our partner. It says good morning. Let's do a quick save. And Sheely, your little sister just got a climbing dome thingy, and your dad had to call you over to help him put it together. You ended up climbing on it with her. This thing is sturdy. Oh, is this like one of those like outdoor kind of playground things? I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm doing really good, Razor. I'm happy it's the weekend. I had a full work week this week, so this is my first real day off, but definitely enjoying it. Glad things are going good with you too. Okay, let's talk to our partner real quick. Have you seen this game before, Razor? Morning. He gives you a quick nod.
I've got some good news. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep.
Wait. I'm confused. Took care of the body. I thought we put it in a fridge. I don't know if I was ready to let him go. I thought we still had more stuff to do. I will say good.
I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters to attend to.
Maybe we didn't need him in the fridge anymore because we completed our autopsy. So maybe that's what's going on. This game is really cool, Razor. It's almost like a visual novel mixed with an RPG, mixed with like an adventure game. So you're going around solving puzzles, talking to people, but it's like Dungeons and Dragons in a way that there's a lot of like stat checks. You got to roll dice to kind of figure out if you can accomplish certain tasks based on how you create your character. And there's all different kinds of solutions. It's really neat. Great story, great voice acting, very detailed descriptions. It's like almost like reading a good book.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them.
One of them might be the killer. So are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
We got bad sleep too.
One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
So why do we need to talk to them?
Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information.
And Sheely, your cousin, who's about your little sister's age, is going to love it. Next time he spends the night, you're going to have to be out there to make sure they don't jump off the top or something because they have zero fear of anything. You know, my parents used to have foster kids back in the day when I was real young. We weren't in California, back when we were in Nevada. So we had probably 10 or 15 kids, I forget the total number, come in and out through our household. And I thought it was really cool. It's like having new brothers and sisters, like, you know, every year. Some lasted a few weeks, some we kept for years. It just depended on their situation. But we had one kid that had that same kind of thing. They weren't afraid of anything. They would go down a slide face first without any concept of like protecting your head and face. It's like you got to really watch them for sure.
Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
And what do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Beer for breakfast. I don't see the problem. It's just like liquid bread, right? There are so many of them. Maybe we should call for reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union.
We'll just have to be smooth.
In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head. Okay?
Wait, what? We could get killed and they just won't do anything about it?
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger, just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises uncomfortably.
Great. Okay, this is going to get dangerous. All right, let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first.
I mean, it might be a good idea to get more details before we actually confront them.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
I just don't know how long they're going to be here. It's early in the morning. We got time. And you know how it's typical for 12-year-olds to build ramps for their bikes and break their arms and legs? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, at the age of 6, he built a big ramp, rode it, almost did a whole flip, landed on the ground, and then got up with a couple of scrapes. You know what it is? I've seen like memes about this online. Children are invincible. If you don't go, oh no, are you okay? You know, like when a little kid falls, if you just act excited, they just seem to get up like nothing happened, even if it was like a catastrophic accident. But if they know you're worried, then they start crying and they freak out, and it's like the most painful thing ever for them. All right, let's talk to her. I like this lady. She's cool.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Oh, that sucks. She needs to use a phone and she has to go really far to find one.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Yeah, Skywalker. I think that's where I first found it too. It's like a little cartoon, and I think there was a kid running, and like a missile came down on the child's head and just exploded. And there were two adults watching, and one of them looks to the other adult and says, "Don't say anything. Just wait." And then the kid got up and was like, "Yay!" And it's like, "Oh, that's amazing." And Celeste, how's it going? You just started playing the game as well? Welcome back, by the way. You don't understand the morale system? Do you mean morale as in like, are you doing good things or bad things, or just the different skill checks? And howdy, Lena. What's kicking?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Maybe we'll have to make a call for her.
A faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort, but at the moment her mind is on more serious matters.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Wait, what's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
I definitely want to help Lena out. I like her. She's cool. And whenever you sprained your ankle as a kid and it was really bad, everyone saw your toes touch the back of your ankle. Ooh, that's brutal. You didn't even cry from it. You tried to stand up but couldn't. So you just yelled, "Help, I can't stand up." It's a painful thing, but if you're having fun and you got, adrenaline and everything through your system, you can walk things off like that are really painful, even as a kid. So yeah, a lot of it is mental, for sure. So why did you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
You cried in the car all the way to the hospital. Once everybody knows how serious it is, then, of course, your brain's going to start to mess with you and be like, okay, I should be shocked. I'm in pain. This is bad.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, let's say, okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Oh, glad you found it, Skywalker. I want to see if it's the same one I saw. It probably is, but I loved it.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
Yes, Sheely. I have a lot of friends that have hurt themselves from trampolines. I've never owned one myself, but I've definitely played on trampolines at friends' houses. Andy kind of wants a trampoline, just because they're fun and it's good exercise, but gotta do everything you can to make it as safe as possible, for sure.
But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bay. But what is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
Ooh.
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
You sprained your ankle during gym class in elementary school, and at first it didn't even feel painful, but then a bit later it really started to hurt. Apparently, right at the same time, some of the other students had started talking about how you would have been able to skip class if you'd hurt yourself for real. So no one believed I was actually in pain, and everyone thought we were just faking it. I mean, why wouldn't you at that point? When you're a kid and you don't want to be in school, if you have something that like, oh, everyone's going to believe this, I would do that too, probably. I hated going to school in elementary school. As I got older, it's like, okay, if I miss class, I'm going to be behind on homework, and I was trying to do good, so I just didn't want to miss class. But as a kid, heck yeah, that's more video game time. Stay home, watch cartoons. I would have done the same thing, but it actually hurt, which sucks because people wouldn't believe you. Okay, who's this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Are they in a rough neighborhood?
There's a nameless old fishing village nearby, but we've never had any trouble there before. There is a lot of crime around here, isn't there?
Yeah, kind of. No, 100%. Right, Relentless? That's terrible. I wish there was a way to, like, prove somebody's in pain. Like, you can prove if somebody has a temperature, like if they have a fever. I wish you could prove pain through some kind of thing like that. Maybe there's, like, some brain thing you can to do that, but I wish it was, like, easy to do.
I can't say it's the best part of town, but I wouldn't worry too much about a pair of grown men traveling together.
The lieutenant doesn't want to agitate the woman. Do it. Find her husband. This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
I like this. This sounds like police business. I'll help you find your husband. Accept the task.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we played cool, but...
I've got a premonition that this missing scientist is connected to our case. I don't think so, but I'm going to say it's just a little side thing. We'll do it down the line. No rush.
If you say so.
Oh, thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
Hasifa, how's it going, Hasifa? Welcome. I'm glad you could join in. How are you doing? And once when you were like 10, you were at your friend's house and you had a trampoline, and instead of a net, they had wrestling ropes. That's freaking awesome. Not very safe, but that is awesome. And we were jumping on at the same time, and then out of nowhere, he hit me with the super bounce, and you flew over the ropes into the gravel, landing on your stomach and face. You proceeded to get up and laugh and said, "That hurt." Were you scraped up and bleeding or anything, or were you okay? Oh, that's a mess. But man, I used to love wrestling as a kid. So your husband is some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
I've been wanting to ask this. What is cryptozoology?
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
Oh, so you're going to go look for like Bigfoot and, you know, the Loch Ness Monster, stuff like that.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
Now you're still undermining. Now it's a hobby, not a actual career or job. Like streaming. But for me, streaming is actually a hobby. Let's see, you're a bit sore from starting the new workout routine. Oh, I bet you are. But new place, new me. Hasifa, that is so exciting. You got all this new stuff going on and you're doing your best to like improve and just change things for the better. That is awesome, man. Keep it up. Way to go. So you were bleeding a good amount, Sheely, but since there were no adults and we didn't scream or cry, nobody knew what happened, you just wiped off all the blood on your new shirt. Yeah, I'm sure your parents were really happy about that. Why is there blood all over your clothes?
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious.
Practically ghost hunting.
Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Sorry, I heard that term cryptids before. I don't remember where from. Hey, there you go, Sheila. You almost thought ahead. You know what? I'm going on a trampoline. I should wear some blood-colored clothing.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Okay, tell me more about Morel, looks, character, your relationship.
Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
That's right. So what like, I guess, what was that discussion really about, Relentless? Like, what did it stem from? What was the context?
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Here we go. Let's try again. If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame, and he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
I think we all just like them, but that doesn't help me. It's like, wait, what is a smurfographer? Oh, it's just something I like. It's cool. Give me more details. So they're creatures claimed to exist but never proven to exist. Okay, so it's like, do people have an idea of what it should look like? Kind of like we all know what Bigfoot generally should look like, at least from fake pictures and drawings and things like that. What is a cryptid exactly?
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the
I guess
woman's description.
I guess I assume it's some kind of insect.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, just in case.
And how long have you guys been married?
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
Oh, that's cute. How did you two meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he'd just divorced.
Oh, that's cute.
We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
Okay, I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on.
I hope I've been useful.
Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
So they're animals presumed by followers of the cryptozoology pseudoscientific subculture, say that 15 times fast, to exist on the basis of anecdotal and other evidence considered insufficient by mainstream science. So that just says, it might be something, it might be imaginary.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about this insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Oh, yeah. Here comes the interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
Yeah, so I guess like those things, but more specifically insect-like?
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciated the creature's name.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
Shut up, Kim. Maybe we are.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
So what makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have?
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
I love how the clock, every 10 minutes or something like that, it goes, gives you like a nice sound effect just to remind you, hey, guess what, John, you're wasting time, or time's moving. So is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it at least have cool powers?
Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
This is silly. Okay, so what's so special about the stick bug then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well.
The woman
is very special.
Oh, the woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Hey, maybe you convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids. Oh, your cat is chasing a fly. Time for her to be very loud. Oh no. Our dog Jessie, she does that. She likes to eat flies if she gets the chance.
Sometimes the most charming thing you can do is be reasonable in your requests.
There we go. We made it. Okay, could you tell me about just one of the more interesting cryptids? The I hate this word. Insulindian phasmid was great.
I suppose you could use a break and I could use a distraction.
One cryptid, like you said. One. This can't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. We have things to do.
Cryptid extravaganza. I like the sound of that. Let's go with just one cryptid, I promise.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture.
Poor Kim. He's just like, oh my god, we have stuff to do, John.
Cryptids, cryptids. Let's hear about all the interesting cryptids.
What's the biggest cryptid?
That would be the giant of Kokonur.
Yeah, please, Mom, just one more cryptid. So is cryptid... It's like everything that's... I guess a cryptid is a more general term that's not just one creature, but it's all different kinds of things. A cryptid is Bigfoot. A cryptid is Loch Ness Monster.
The giant lives in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes.
And how big is it?
No one knows for sure. It is like an awful mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
How is something so big not commonly known? I can't imagine something so big being a cryptid. And never mind, it went to the ceiling, so she got bored. And then she jumped on your lap. Aw, that's cute, Sheely. And it's an umbrella term for creatures? Yeah, that could exist, but no one... Yeah, that's good. I was thinking when she was first talking about it, it was like a very specific thing. Like Bigfoot is a specific thing. A cryptid was like a specific thing, but it's more general. Okay, is it dangerous?
The towering luminosity of Kokonur is a bad omen in local folklore. Some say it's a fata morgana. Others, fate unimaginable.
Pooey. No animal can be that large. It's a mirage.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support.
Everybody would know about it if it was around.
There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
Great. This is great shit. You need more.
I want to ask about more, but we told Kim just one, so we'll go say this has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
Okay, that's all for now. Oh, this is the girl that we talked to outside before, right?
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
You're the gardener.
No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
You lied to me.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right. Titus Hardy, I don't even know who she's talking about.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
You tell her, Kim.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
Let's ask, are you Lizzie? Elizabeth Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
That's true relentless. She's like, I know it shouldn't exist, but isn't it cool that it does? I just the idea of something so massive like a mountain. How could not everybody in the world know about this thing? Really small things that are hard to find, sure, you can kind of pass that off because it's hard to prove wrong, but it's kind of impossible to prove wrong or impossible not to prove right something that big.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands, in her face.
Is she losing composure?
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
Oh, we got a few options here. What do you guys think we should vote here? We have a bunch of things we can ask. I don't know which is going to be the most effective. Droll Shenka, oh my goodness. What is going on here? Uh-oh, mods, time to do your thing. We got a weirdo in the chat. Just kidding. We talked about this earlier. Droll Shenka! How is it going, Droll Shenka? Thank you so much for the subscription. Let me drop some tokens in the chat there. How you doing? Did you get Rock Band set up correctly? I was telling everybody in chat that I let somebody borrow my Rock Band set for a party, and that is who borrowed it right there, Drolshenka. How are you doing? Hopefully it's all working well. It's been a while since we tested that equipment, but it should all be in good working order. Getting it all set up with a different Xbox. Hopefully you got it all synced up and working. It is working. Sweet. That's cool. You guys have fun. That should be a blast. I miss it. So, let me bring those back up. There we go. I miss it so very much. It's funny, as we were talking about it, Andy's like, I want to play Rock Band now. So we'll probably do a Rock Band thing pretty soon here. And it'll be nice when we can start having everybody over again and doing that. That'll be fun. But thank you again so much, Drolshenka. I appreciate that. 19 months. Oh my goodness. This mod is Joncadia's stalker in real life. Yeah, she was just here. I saw her not even a little bit more than 2 hours ago. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys vote on what you think we should say. So get ready for the vote on the screen. Do we say he and Mr. Everard sent you to law school? He said that you were in debt to Mr. Clare. He said that you're the union fixer. You fix things. Or he said that you were Mr. Everard's dude et secret, the death machine. Okay, here comes the vote. There we go. So let me know what you think we should do. I know, Drolshenka. Yeah, very soon. Yeah, we were working on getting vaccinated pretty soon. We'll feel a lot better about going out and doing things, of course. It'll be nice. It'll be so nice. We're getting there. So far, 100% of the votes are for you're the death machine. I like that. All right, let's try that.
He said no such thing. This isn't about me.
Oh, good job, guys. She accidentally raises her voice. This isn't about me. Soon, I know. What is the quickest you can get that done? I guess if we were to get the first shot next week, then you have to wait 3 weeks to get the second shot, and then 2 weeks after that, you're considered fully vaccinated, right? So about maybe 5 weeks total or so?
Calm down, everyone. Let's stay professional.
If you went with the 2-shot thing, which the 1-shot thing is already on hold because of complications.
Dirty tactics, officer.
So let's ask, what's your role in all this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
A little bit. So it's 21 days for the second, and then 7 days after. So it's pretty close. I guess only 4 weeks then. That's not too bad. A little better than what I was thinking. What if I want to talk to you and not Titus? Oh, I appreciate that, Drolshenka. I love you too. Thank you so much for dropping in and have fun at that party. It's Drolshenka's son's birthday, so they're celebrating that. I think it was actually last weekend, but he was busy, so they're celebrating this weekend. Have a blast. Thank you again for dropping in, and thank you again for the sub. Okay, yeah, say, what if I want to talk to you?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
What are you going to do to me? Uh-oh. Didn't like that.
What are we going to do to you?
Uh-oh.
The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Sound like a threat.
Goddamn right it is.
That's the guy we need to talk to.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
So why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
I haven't hurt anybody yet. We've been very non-violent.
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
I haven't gotten that, I guess, impression yet, but we'll see where it goes. The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer, his breakfast beer.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Ooh. I'm not sure which one to do. What do you guys think we should say here? We got a bunch of options here. The world needs a financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historical individuals. Or 3, I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. 4, I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Or 5, yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions. I feel like we got to be careful. There's the vote right now. If you guys want to drop that on the screen, I'm always scared like, oh, are we going to like screw ourselves out of more dialogue depending on what we choose? Or maybe we'll get lucky and open up something else. Although none of these actually have voting or like a dice roll. So that's good. Okay, let's try that. The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. That's an interesting one.
I don't need privatization peons from a rent-a-cop. Just do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Yeah, screwing ourselves over. That's what I do. That's what I'm best at, Relentless. Okay, we should talk to Titus then. I don't think I'm ready to quite yet. What is this over here? It's a bowl. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Ew. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do a quick save, and let's explore a little bit more. Thought there was somebody else we had to talk to today as well. Not the dock workers, but another group. I'll have to check the notes and see what we have. We also have a skill point that we need to use and actually get some better abilities. Oh, what should we do now, guys? I almost want to help some of my skills that are very low to give ourselves a better chance for those really tough ones. These ones up near intellect, oh, we're terrible at these. We're a bit better at motorics, and we're great at physique and psyche. I don't know what the best plan of action, though, is. Do you just focus on certain things and fail the other ones, or do you try to get everything decent, but you don't have the best chances? Also, Inland Empire has like a little crown on it. I'm not sure why, but that's a good thing. I guess that means it's really high. I think perception would be good. We only have a 2, but it's your see, hear, smell, everything. Let no detail go unnoticed. I think we should probably put another one into that. There we go. And then back in our notebook, we got one new quest for today. Oh, that might be it, Relentless. That just means it's our best stat. That makes sense. So only one will ever have the crown on it. Oh, we have an ongoing quest. to get money to Gart because we have to pay for the room every night. I was gonna say I thought I finished that, but it's never gonna end. I thought there was somebody else we needed to talk to. Oh yeah, interview the Wild Pines representative. That's what he focused us on. So we have to find the representative of the logistics company who owns the harbor. Ask about her about the murder. She should be around here somewhere. Okay, so let's go try to find the Pines representative. There's one of those street lamps. That's the thing that the pawn shop owner has in his shop. Okay, so where might this pawn shop owner, or not pawn shop, the representative be? What is this? Horseback monument. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Felipe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings and of Revachol, king of son of Philippe II, the opulent, the father of Philippe IV, the insane."
Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
Might as well try it. Only at 28%. Actually, you know, when I see that, let me try clicking this button that lets you guys give me more stats. See if you can give me one in intellect and see if that helps. There we go. I just turned that on. So I think you guys can maybe boost my stats. We have a 28% chance of doing this right now. I think you might be able to give me a little bit more chance. I think that's how that works. I don't know. Can't be worse than missing an XCOM 95% roll. We've actually had decent luck at the rolls. There was one that was like less than 10%. I got 2 6s. We nailed it. And it was an important one too. Oh yeah, look how much you guys helped me. Now we have a 42% chance. Good job. Yeah, let's try that.
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
What's profligacy? In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
Yeah, I've heard XCOM could be brutal. I've never actually played an XCOM game before. I have a few, just haven't tried them out.
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
So it's spending too much money or using too much of something? That's me then. Spending too much money. I like that. Yeah, how did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury? It's a good question.
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
So he was like a dragon, just hoarding wealth.
There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Like I said.
The man certainly knew how to live.
Thank you, horrific necktie. I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style. I'm going to say a deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to crap.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
That'll cost you money.
Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Okay, so where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
They had enough of his crap.
A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
And what happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
And who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
That's messed up.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
I'm going to say that's funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists.
They shouldn't have that up, but it's just kind of ironic.
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
The hoi polloi, I haven't heard that either. Hey, found some money. Sweet. And there's somebody over here we have not talked to yet. Who is this?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Oh, it just means the masses? Okay, thank you. I wonder if this is the woman we're looking for.
It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter. Some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma? No, say, excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Okay, now I gotta try Grandma.
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead. No, this one is a monster in disguise.
What? Okay, let's snap our fingers. Try to get her attention.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
She's a distracted old... What if she has some information about the case? Isn't our job to, like, interview everybody? Alright, we'll leave her alone. Oh, there's something down here. Ooh, we get a white tank top. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. This place is pretty good sized. Oh, I see some money on the floor.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Let's check out the window of this vehicle.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Oh, I remember that racist lorry driver we talked to before. You think this lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared, racist lorryman.
Oh, that's a good thing to know. Okay, well, we've already kind of been over here, and the woman we were looking for was not over here. Oh, we can check this trash can right here. I'm guessing we have to go a completely different direction. Hey, some more magnesium. We can use that. Oops, didn't mean to click you. We can use that to help our morality if we need it. Unfortunately, I still have not found a map. I don't know where we find that, but that would be useful. So down here, we found... That's the pawn shop. What else is over here? There's a trash can. We can check it out. Hey, some gloves. You know, I almost feel like you might start a quest or something. And if you need a certain skill, you might want to just change your equipment to help you out. Okay, so you use that line to cross the drawbridge. I wonder if the person we need to talk to is over there. Hot air rises up from the super. Sour, acidic, and strangely comforting.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose.
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
Let's rummage through the box first.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
Oh, that's gross. Maybe if it's something I'm just like straight up missing, Hasiefa, or if it's something I'm going to naturally run into, I don't think we need to, I guess.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Let's try them on, just for the heck of it. I don't think I want to buy it. Oh, it's not found. Okay, so yeah, maybe I will need a hint. I don't know.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
I love that. Abort, abort.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
They're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy eyes.
Yeah, I guess there could be some useful stuff if we need to be more hidden.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Don't tell me what to do. You're right. I'm far too sensible for those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Oh, we can actually try to find some better sunglasses in there. That might be interesting. Let's see, remember Thimbleweed Park in their map? Well, we did find it, but I think we had to... Oh, didn't we find it at like the convenience store? We did a quest for it or something. And I think that unlocked it for everybody. But then I had to give one to each character, if I remember correctly. Let's try this conceptualize. I'm not sure which group that is, but I'm going to click this button and see if you guys can give me some skills to increase that 8% to something more. Maybe we can actually knock this out. I don't know what finding cool sunglasses would do to help us. Maybe we can get something that gets us better stats. Maybe? I don't know if it's going to be a quest. Probably not. Oh, we're at 17% now. Is that what it was before? Okay, let's try this out.
No luck.
Oh,
All
dang.
you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Put the visor back.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
Okay, let's leave for now. I bet if I would have succeeded, we would have found something actually good. What's over here? Shirt?
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Ew.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
How about some premium class service over here? Like paying with net worth. Go over and ask him if you can do that.
Let's leave for now. I don't think I want to buy anything. But I wonder if we can talk to him about the case at all.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin.
Sounds fake, like a used car salesman.
The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang.
This guy. Okay, whether I'm cool is unimportant. I have police questions for you.
You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Maybe I can interest you in some premium menswear instead.
What kind of stuff are you selling here?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Do you have a permit to sell all of that? I would think maybe that store with the girl that's like totally oblivious to want to answer any of our questions, they would probably sell a map. It looks kind of like a convenience store.
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits. Just economic freedom. Take a look around.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
We don't have permits here. What are you talking about?
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
See, is that true? He doesn't need a permit?
It is, yes. Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
Wow.
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Okay. No permit then. Cool.
Hyper cool.
Okay. That's all then. Let me ask you something else.
Anything for you.
Just for the hell of it, I'm going to try to convince him to give me some money. I don't know how this would work out.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
Oh, God. I want your money now. That's terrible. I thought we were going to say something smooth.
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
I'm going to say, I don't know. I was just the only thing I could come up with in my head to ask you. I need to get money somehow. Christian, how are you doing, Christian? Good to see you. Christian, I never mind if you guys want to lurk in here. I love it. If you guys are actually hanging out actively, if you're just listening, or if you just want to, support, but you're busy doing other things, it's all good. It's great to see you, Christian. Thank you for dropping in, dude.
Ah, yes. Money is very important.
The street vendor nods, dead serious.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good job.
Sorry, detective.
I'll look around, thanks. Let's not try that. Okay, so let's see if there is a map at that convenience store, because it might help me get from place to place and find everything. Oh, totally understand, Christian. Yeah, if you just want to relax and just, hang out without hanging out, kind of like when you go to a party, but you're just like vibing, just absorbing everything, but without actually participating or talking all the time. I totally understand. Thank you for dropping in regardless. I hope that, we can be entertaining and, help get you in a better mind space. Even sometimes it just takes time. Something's going on. You have something bothering you, and it just takes time to kind of figure things out and kind of help you move on. Okay, so let's see if there is a map somewhere in here.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10.
Oh, that's right. If we get a bag, we can actually turn things in to get money, like recycling.
colourful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Oh, we don't need anything there. Well, we could get a pack of smokes, I guess.
There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Don't drink, dude. Don't drink. Oh, you got backstabbed by your only friend, and now somehow you have no one. You just don't know who to talk to or trust. I'm so sorry, Christian. That sucks. It really sucks when you have a really close friend and they do something that you're just like, why? Why would you ever do that? We definitely experienced that before. It hurts, and it's hard. Let's see. There might be a second location. Okay, so I'm not going to find it in here, but another place where we might be able to buy something. This was just, I think, the only place I've seen that might do that. Maybe the bookstore? I guess a bookstore could have it. But it might be someplace I've never even found before. There's also this magazine place, but I think we already looked through all that. Okay, let's keep exploring down here. Although we might have hit a dead end. It looked like there was a bridge we had to move over. Right here. Yeah, you can see it's kind of raised up. I guess a pawn shop could have a map. Water lock out of order until Wednesday at 7:15. I don't even know what day it is. I just know it's day 2. Is that Tuesday?
Good morning to you, officers.
Man on water lock. Is it me, or does it look like he's holding up a knife to us? It looks kind of threatening.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife.
It is a knife.
His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
I'm going to say, do you know what caused this wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol.
So somebody ran over the sign?
The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you.
Oh, that sucks, Christian. Yeah, and a good friend should know not to go there. You know, if you don't want to play, you don't want to play. It doesn't really matter the reason. It can be hurtful if somebody wants to play with you and you brush them off, but at the same time, if it's a close friend, they should understand. You know, especially something like a disability and depression.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a water lock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment. Now, I think that area is where we're going to find that woman's husband. The one looking for cryptids.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Okay, I'm not going to ask if we can have his salami. That sounds wrong on so many levels. Imagine John not knowing what day it is. Well, in the game, I actually don't. Because it just says day 2. I have no idea if day 1 was Monday. Was it a Friday? I don't know. I guess you assume it's Monday. If we actually have to come back here on Wednesday, I suppose.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque.
We might actually have to fix this thing.
This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Let's do it anyway.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens.
Okay, let's release it. Don't try to break anything, John.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Yeah, we'll have to come back. Whenever Wednesday is. I'm guessing we have to wait till tomorrow. Oh, there's the sign right there that they're talking about. If we zoom out, we can see it better. Butter sign down. I can't promise anything, Christian. You know I'd like to break things. Actually, we were trying to get a corpse down from a tree, and I ended up shooting it. If you need any information about how good I'm doing in this game. I don't know if we talked to that guy right there. This is where you get newspapers, I think?
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet holes in the front.
Oh, that's right. That's a mailbox. Never mind. Who's this guy right here? See, ain't nothing for me. What? I make my own way. Is all. Always have, always will. I can't actually talk to that person. Nice, relentless. When I'm not killing things, I like to break things. It's one or the other. Otherwise, we're just not having fun. It depends on the motivation, Christian. You're probably right, though. Oh, wait. We already talked to these old people, didn't we? Or is this a different person? I think this might be a different person right here. I don't recognize the blue hair.
Vigilance officer?
Oh, it's a hat.
What can this old carabiner do for you?
Oh, that's right. We found this guy's guard booth. I forgot about that. Let's mention that.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
That sucks. He should be retired. Has to keep working.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
Let's say you must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Hold on. Why are you on leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, seek it.
I know that.
A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
It's a terrible idea. Get help when you need it.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
It's his heart.
Ah, so who was working your shift last night?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
Darn it. Oh, it would have been nice to have somebody that had seen anything.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Why have guards if it's not an issue?
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
So it doesn't matter if you're there or not?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
It's like a scarecrow then.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiners' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
That's actually kind of cool. He's helping, you know, a veteran out. I mean, I don't like this Everett guy, but that one seems kind of familiar. Big guys looking after the small and everyone working together. I love it.
Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now? Yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
You know, this guy really likes history, and we saw that statue that we were able to recognize. He might be impressed with that. Let's try that.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
I've heard of worse ideas to spend your money on.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
That doesn't sound like someone who knows how to rule, spending money like that. How should a king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
It seems to me a leader should take care of the people before himself.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There is some wariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Right.
And thank you for your time. Okay, so there's the bookstore. What is this over here? So there's a lot of little things I haven't actually interacted with
This
yet.
coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Let's look inside.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Okay, let's shift our focus to the background.
Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower.
It's so gross, isn't it?
The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of sea ice gathered on the beach, and a small tent sets up on the ice.
Poor little viewer.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
And there might be something in the trash can right here. If you had a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect some of these bottles and sell them. Oh, we still need to find that bag. Let's check over this way. We will find another shop. There's a boat turned upside down here. That's interesting. What is this thing? Roundabout North? Oh, these are signs, I think. Beachside Apartments.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
I need a stat boost, guys. I'm going to click that button. We need to increase our conceptualization. For whatever reason, we might see something useful on this wall. There's a very, very, very low chance. But, hey, I've rolled double sixes before. It could happen. I'm very much a optimist when it comes to these kind of things. Oh, we're still at 3%. Darn it. Okay, well, let's try it. See how it goes.
Because this is no ordinary wall. It is sublime. Look at it. The shadows, the colors.
Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain. It's so rigged, isn't it? I love it.
All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God.
We're just enjoying this wall. It's really nothing more than a wall.
Oh, Wall Father.
Kim, I must paint this wall. Add even more beauty to it.
Huh? He sounds tired of it all.
First, I know you're tired, Kim, but take another look at the wall. Draw nourishment from its beauty.
Sure.
I'm sure I'll find the materials, then we can come back to this magnificent wall.
I suppose we have to pass by it again at some point anyway.
He's like, what are you talking about, dude? I don't care. Oh, hey, we snuck up on her.
Sneak up on me. Come to slit my throat in my sleep.
Maybe.
Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
No, why would you even say that?
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good idea at all.
These kids, man, these kids. Hey, we got some money and some healing item. Oh, we have a thought. What's going on? I love that your brain. Hey, listen. Look around.
Psst. Hey, you.
Me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come there's word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs.
I don't think I said those things.
That kind of stuff.
I haven't said anything like that.
Okay, not in so many words, but don't deny it. You're about to rip off that mask of social democracy and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that will devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
Let's opt out of this. I don't like where this is going. It's too tiring. I don't have it in me. I'm beat down and broken.
Very well. I guess no one will build communism then. Tell the working man it's over, unless anyone has objections.
Anyone? Anyone?
Did someone mention cocaine? Are we doing cocaine? No. I'm sure I heard someone say cocainism.
Really? It's Dr. Roxo, the clown from Metalocalypse. Cocaine? Did somebody say cocaine? No. Electrochemistry. Nobody said cocaine.
Anyone? Anyone else? There's no one. There's one.
No, shut up. I want to lie down and let the water carry me downstream. Discard that. Or what should I do?
You should build communism. Precisely because it's impossible.
Nope. Shut up. I just don't want to do this. That was funny. A garden hose. This won't be any use until the snow melts. Yeah, our brain is rarely nice to us. Sometimes it tries to build this up, but that's very rare. Oh, we got a orange bum hat, plus reaction speed and rhetoric, and a Nosifed. You know, I gotta check my inventory. We got a few new items. Something might be better. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously. These barrels are half full with rainwater. I'm guessing this is the apartment building right here. We don't have any reason to go in there. We're still trying to find the Pines representative, I think it was. What building is this? Nicolaj, how's it going? We're doing all right. We did really good on the first day. Now I'm trying to find the Pine representative, but having a hard time.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building.
Okay, we don't need to go to the apartments quite yet. Let's keep looking. We also found a boat. I don't need to go there yet. And how are you doing, Nicolaj? What's up? Anything fun going on this weekend? Let's head back down here. I really got to find that map. I guess I could check the bookstore. It could be in the bookstore. Yeah, we almost had to start communism. You know, as one does. Let me talk to this person right here, too. Hello. No ceremonies, just hello.
Hello?
Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
How come we could talk to our partner right now? Let me try that out. Oh, I can't read what he's saying because it's behind the other text. That's okay.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much.
Have a good day. We'll leave her alone.
This was a tremendously useful interlude.
Thanks, Kim. I didn't know. That could have been someone important. Could have been the woman we're looking for. I don't know what she looks like. Okay, so I'm going to look for a map around here.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Okay, so we're going to skip this. Still looking for the book, but if I need a book with a muscular-bound man on the cover, I know where to go. Just got home from a family dinner, which was great. Ooh, what did you guys have? But also just got back pains from lifting boxes. Oof. Yeah, I was working on setting up a big dining room table yesterday, and I was very careful
a small mountain
not to hurt
of
myself.
colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages.
Well, that's right. We looked at the board games earlier as well. Let's check upstairs. There could be a map up here.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over.
We looked at those before. Skip that. It's going to be in one of these that you can actually like highlight.
On the shelf reads biographies of famous people.
Now, we looked at that before. This is the last place. Maybe it's not in the bookstore.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Nope, that's paranormal stuff. Darn it. Okay, so wait, what's this back here? This looks like a map.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner.
I don't know if I can grab this or not. Now see, and you've never been this sad before? I don't know what to do, man. Christian, a lot of times when you've been hurt, whether it is from a relationship, friend, a family member, I mean, there's a couple things you can do. One important thing is talk to the person if you're comfortable and able to. If they don't know what they did, sometimes you need to tell them, let them know that they hurt you kind of thing. You can help work through that. Sometimes that's not an option or you don't want to do that right now. The way our brains work, it's a stupid saying, but it is true. Time does heal all wounds. Sometimes the best thing you can do is distract yourself. Keep yourself busy with something, focus on something else, and then it will get better over time. May never go completely away, but it does get better for sure. So there's never really a great answer for that, unfortunately.
The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Let's ask the storekeep, can we buy these?
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
You don't know what kind of money I have? What are you talking about? Although these are probably really fancy maps. And you started with a salad, then you had a half of a calf roast. Ooh, red wine, gravy, and potatoes, and then coffee with biscuits for dessert. That sounds delicious, Nicolaj. That was like a multiple course meal. That's great. Nice. Sorry about your back, though. That sucks. Stretches. Do a lot of stretches. Take some painkillers if you need to.
They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Why is that one so cheap?
That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location that never was nor came to be. From when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up 4 or 5 years ago. They also renovated the horse statue, set up those coin-operated viewers, and designed the new street lamps.
What happened to them?
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up. All these ruins are bad for business.
We could try to steal it. I'm not going to, and our chances are terrible. So let's go ahead and buy it. It's 50 cents, whatever.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Okay, so now if I go here... Is this the place? No. Here, and look at the map view. There we go, we got something. If I click on these things... Oh, it does highlight them. If I've seen them before, I suppose. Like, it highlights her. Kind of shows me, I think it's like right above where she should be. That's cool. I click on trash container. Oh, there it is. It does put the text there as well. It's not always a picture. That's really handy. All right, well, we don't know where this woman is yet, but at least this tells me in general where everything is. So it's definitely going to be in the waterfront where we find this woman. If we check our thing, find the representative of the logistics company who owns the harbor and ask her about the murder. Should be around here somewhere. I wonder if I can ask him about that.
Yes?
No, we cannot. It's all the same stuff we've already asked him. The music in here is a little bit eerie. Makes sense. I mean, she thinks the place is haunted. We went down there. We didn't see anything creepy. Although the atmosphere was a little dark. Oh, that sounds good, Nicolaj. I don't know what we're having for dinner. I think Andy wants to have pizza tonight. Could it be, like, part of the Union? Like, past that? I don't know. Yeah, maybe I am supposed to go this way. Maybe we could talk to this guy. Yeah, right, Skywalker? I'm getting hungry, too. Although, usually, as soon as I stop streaming, I start snacking, because I haven't eaten in, like, 6 hours.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
It was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
There we go. Everett said you had a key to the door?
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
Oh, yeah, this is the other quest that we have to do for him. We're supposed to open up a door, and that's all. Just leave a door open. Sounds kind of sketchy, though. I was hoping you could tell me.
Of course. I got you. You don't know anything.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I'm not really doing this for political reasons. We just need our gun back.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks.
Is it really, though? I don't know what's going to happen after we open this door. Are they going to go in there and sneak in and hurt him? In Small Kiwi, you just found out that Helen McCory passed away. Why does the world take such talented people? Honestly, the last 2 years, so many people that I've enjoyed their works have passed away. But who is Helen McCory? The name doesn't sound familiar.
What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the Whirling in Rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
Oh, she was in the Harry Potter movies. Okay, cool. I bet I would recognize her if I saw her. Oh, that's a bummer. Do you know what it was? Like, what actually got her?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? The weasel person? When he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask. Oh, it was brain cancer. Oh no, that sucks. Cancers take so many people. So many people.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? This is interesting.
Oh, here we go. Hey, you're the man in the boots at the gates. Kuno said you know about armor.
The little boy had it good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
I could see Kuno doing that.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Sounds like Kuno.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
The probe into the armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk Union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
So Kuno used us to what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He contemplates taking a swig from his flask.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
So what sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
You mean the bookstore?
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
So 4 pieces of armor up for grabs, but I already sent the boots away.
I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
And wait, 4 pieces, helmet, cuirass, gauntlets, and boots. What about the leggings? I was just thinking that.
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
Why not? Doesn't hurt to take the quest. Alright, I'm gonna find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits.
That's true. That's true. And Kuno is being a little crap as usual. It's on brand, isn't it? And you will say this, people who write books, games, rarely know bilingual people how they actually speak. No one I know throws in random words from their language when they speak English. I would assume you wouldn't. I mean, for me personally, just talking with people that speak Spanish fluently quite a bit, I never hear that.
Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
All right, thank you for your cooperation.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
And I guess I'm surprised we haven't asked him this. Do you have any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The harbor is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up. What does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He means a more violent faction could easily take care of such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
Hey, better than nothing.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
Okay, we just got a new skill point, so let's level something up here. It's fun to see where I've been putting things before. We haven't really been focusing on one thing in particular. We've definitely been balancing it out. What is something that we've used a lot? Maybe something that pops up a lot that we don't have much skill in. I've seen authority pop up quite a bit. This is intimidating the public. You can assert ourselves, basically being a cop. Maybe we should put another point into that. We already got a decent bonus from our skill, but doesn't hurt to make those checks a little bit easier. Okay, I wonder if that Pines person can be back here somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, same, Relentless. I get why they do it, but it's just not natural.
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone has to keep it sane around here.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you, it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
First, where is this Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
What is he talking about? How do you bring about the circumstances?
Incrementally. Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed.
No, we're not doing that.
History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
But what about all the things that are wrong now? We have a ton of things wrong now in society.
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future. You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working. What benevolence. What a fucking joke.
So is the Kingdom of Conscience really about doing things or just preserving the status quo?
Do you believe the status quo is preferable to chaos and bloodshed?
Yeah, if that's the only other option, depending on what you're trying to fix, I guess.
There you have it. Sometimes holding the line is progress.
Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Now you got my attention. Gosh, do we opt into this? I think when it says opt in, opt out, that's like a quest, isn't it? I'll let you guys decide. Let's go ahead and drop a vote in there. Do we say sounds incredible? Let's go there right now. That seems fine. I still want to live for the present though. Or man, that sounds kind of terrible. I don't want to be a moralist anymore. Get me the hell out of here. I opt out. I don't know. It might make sense just to get out of this for now. Sounds kind of terrible. I don't think I want to be a moralist anymore. There we go. There's the vote. 100%.
What you want is immaterial. The Kingdom of Conscience is coming.
Oh God.
Whether you like it or not. Only very slowly.
Sounds like a threat. A very slow threat. So I'm just kind of hoping that that Pines person is back here somewhere. Because they're part of the dock, right? So this is all the dock area. I'm hoping I missed something because I didn't see her here before. But I'm not sure where exactly all I can go around here is. Yeah, there's Wild Pines. Looks like there's some doors over here. How do I get over there?
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
Oh no. I must have been on an advanced scouting mission on the harbor. Yeah, that's it. This is really sad. I must have been miserable.
Yes. This scene isn't exactly ripping with joy. Let's just move on.
I missed that before. Okay, it looks like down these stairs is really the only way we can go. Right? Didn't I go down there before? No, it looks like it's broken. Maybe we can't actually go that way. I'm confused. Oh, these... There it is. This set of stairs here. That's like... I know I've been down here before. Let's see here. Where is that lady gonna be? There's the cargo thing we haven't got in yet. We want to, though.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Alright, guys, I need your help. I'm gonna put this on, see if you guys can give me some more... Is it intelligence? I forget. I need some more stats to try to use my rhetoric to convince this thing to open. Just through sheer will. So see on the screen if you can give me some more points in that. And we'll see if we can't convince it. We only have a 3% chance right now. But, as always, if we roll 2 6s, we will successfully get through this door. It's happened before. Like once or twice. Okay. So we're still at 3%. Fingers crossed.
And, as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind.
Well, we got 1 6. We're halfway there. It looks like there's a set of stairs here, too. I don't think I've been down this. Oh, no, that's where I came from. Never mind. This place is kind of hard to, like, visualize where you can go. It's very busy and complex in this kind of viewpoint. This is, like, really the only place to go, is where this guy is. Unless she's in here now. I kind of doubt it. Oh, you got that on your first try, Nikolaj? That is freaking awesome. Good job. Yeah, the only person in here is that guy. Alright, we'll have to look elsewhere. I was hoping it was here. I see all those boxes for the pines. I thought, maybe she's at this area, but... I think it said the dock? The harbor. I think it just said the harbor, which is this whole area. So we'll just have to keep looking. But just so we make some more progress, I think I'm going to go talk to those guys at the hostel. We've been meaning to, but I want to try to get some more stuff done before we do that. Actually, can I use the map to, like, fast travel? I kind of doubt it. No. That would be cool. I guess I'm just so used to, like, every game now allowing fast travel. But honestly, you move pretty quick as you just click around. Especially if you double click and your character jogs. You can make some decent time. I wonder what a speed run of this game is. I imagine it's still probably like an hour or more because of just the flow of the game and everything. But yeah, I guess it could be really, really short. There's a good glitch or something. Actually, since we knocked this guy out, can we go past him? No, he's still blocking this way. Really, there's nothing else back here. Just the button, I suppose. Yeah, it looked like there was other areas to go over there. I just couldn't find the entrance. Okay, let's go in here. We'll do a save, because things could go bad really quick, and we'll see how far we get. There we go. I just saw it said on that hint that if you can't get your skill any higher, try taking drugs, even though it's bad for you. All right, this is our guy right here.
This is where, you say, your bit.
The broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Oh crap, it's all on us.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you, maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
Let's not say anything yet. We'll do our power move. We'll just wait for a second.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Cross our arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
The little guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We're looking for Titus Hardy.
Oh, I was hoping I could, like, psych him out or something. We're looking... Oh, the lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the table. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
This isn't going to go well.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
Ugh.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
They sound tremendously unsympathetic and guilty, don't they? Yeah, pretty boy smell. No, it's not like how I smell, hopefully. A corpse smell.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them.
Let's scan the room first. And Retro Hipster, hey, how is it going? I'm doing fantastic. I'm so happy it's the weekend. It was a long work week. Definitely needed a break. How are things with you?
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
Darn it, he won't let me scan the room.
The boys are too eager to please him to keep their mouths shut. You're gonna get a good head count here. Just wait.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
Oh, man.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Says the 40-something man from the corner with a plectrum hanging from his neck. You're doing lovely. You just bought a new gaming laptop. Oh, that's so exciting. Really cool. An X3. You would have just made a machine, but you wanted something portable for travel. Honestly, Hipster, it's like practically impossible to make a machine right now. Video cards are hard to come by. Processors are hard to come by. Prices of parts are going up ridiculously. You've made a smart choice, especially if you need the portability. That's just perfect. Even now, pre-built computers are becoming hard to buy. Some people are buying the full computer, like a desktop, and stripping it for parts just to get the video card out of it. I'm curious, X3, what is that? Or was that an emoji? I'm curious, which laptop did you end up going with? Yeah, seriously, if you need both, just get a beefy laptop. I got a nice gaming one as well. That was an emoji. I wasn't sure. Yeah, that could be a laptop. I'm sure if I look for gaming laptop X3, I'll find something. But yeah, what did you end up getting?
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you, you stupid fuck.
It sounds like construction workers or dock workers.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
You notice gang tattoos. The man must either be Mesk or Saramazarian. I don't know. Oh, an MSI laptop. Nice.
Yeah. You're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Fat Angus, thank you for chipping in.
Easy, fellas. We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture.
A picture of what?
Of the actors here. You could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these guys.
So, the man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? You're just getting straight to the point.
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Let's see. Why is there a container belt around the man's neck? That's the fantastic question. And prices have gotten insane there as well, Nicolaj. GPUs, CPUs, and even the complete desktops are overpriced now. And that's before the 25% sales tax. Oh my God. I know I've been trying to buy a new video card for a long time. And 2 days ago, I managed on Amazon to get it in my cart, started the checkout process. But then Amazon wanted to confirm my address. It was just enough of a delay, so all the bots did it before me. So close, yet so far. Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, they're being ironic, of course, Relentless, but that's the only thing I could think of. It's not really an insult in itself. Okay, let's ask about why there's a container belt around the neck.
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why? Exactly.
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
So they just straight up told me they hung him. Well, okay. This is going to be easy. Oh, it's the Raider. That's one of their fancier ones. That's awesome. With the 2080. Oh, very nice, hipster. Congratulations. I have a different branded one that has... oh, sorry. Yeah, certain links aren't allowed. Sorry about that. But I have a different one that has a 2070, and it's fantastic. So your 2080 is even better. Congratulations.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
He's pretty happy with himself that he did this.
We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
Aha, so you've just confessed to murder.
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
That woman had to stop him because he almost pinned it all on himself too. So you murdered him just like that. No remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Honestly, I drink so much I can hardly remember. No, we'll say, but they were bad people, criminals, scum of the earth.
Rest assured, lawman. None worse than our guy. He got what was coming to him.
So who called the shots?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
I don't see why not. If they all want to confess to a crime, why can't we arrest them all? I don't see the problem. Oh, and you also upgraded to 64 gigs of RAM, but that's mainly because you do some intense data processing and like to be able to use RAM disk. I was going to say, why would you need so much? I got 32 and that's plenty for me, but that is awesome. No, that is really cool. I love getting a new computer. So I got to ask, hipster, what was the first game that you fired up on your new laptop? That's always the most exciting thing when you get new computer hardware. We'll address Elizabeth. I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than the others.
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. Not for the officer making an arrest. Which we all know you won't be.
Oh, you don't know nothing.
What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
So, when did this hanging incident occur? You did Cyberpunk? So crazy being able to go ultra on everything, including ray tracing, and then do the stream at the same time. Oh, that is awesome. Very nice. That's cool. Yeah, and Cyberpunk's been getting a lot of updates too. I did stream it the first time that I played it, but I wasn't going to stream the whole game. I just wanted to show it off. I played it off stream. But yeah, it ran great on my 2080 and my desktop. And I bet it's even better now with all the patches and things they've done. I played it back in December. So when did this occur? Georgie, calm down, bud. There goes Georgie.
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
The fixer turns to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Had to mute it for a second. Hopefully Georgie calms down soon.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
One of these guys is going to say something they shouldn't, and we'll get some more details. That's cool. So are you enjoying Cyberpunk so far? It got a lot of flack for not working, but that was primarily on consoles. I ran into very few problems at all on PC. It was like playing a Bethesda game. There were some random small glitches, like somebody might move wrong or stand up and be floating in the air like a Bethesda game, but otherwise, I thought it was fine. I love the story, I love the characters, I love the quests. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't as grand as maybe they advertised the game initially, because when you're talking about a game years before it comes out, that inevitably happens. You got to make cuts, but it's just the basic game. I really enjoyed it. I like The Witcher more, but I still love Cyberpunk.
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines cow, you mean the representative for Wild Pines? The shipping company you are striking against?
That's the woman I was trying to find earlier. Maybe we'll get something. That's what Georgie thought about Cyberpunk. That's great, though, Nicolaj. Yeah, that's awesome that it worked that well on a 1060. That is sweet. So it's fairly well optimized on PC, not so much on consoles, but I think it's slowly getting better.
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Okay, we got to be sure to do this. How does the bullet in his head factor into this?
Huh?
I want to be sure I do it before they block me from asking any more questions. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I did the main story, and I think I did all the characters, like side stories, to complete their missions, but that was pretty much it. There were still a number of side quests I didn't do. I think I put a little over 60 hours into the game.
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
He's tight-lipped suddenly.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging.
Wasn't hanging.
If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
This was a good move. Also, notice how Titus doesn't like her much, especially when she's calling the shots.
So why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
Guy has a creepy voice. I like it. Yeah, you were so nice when you gave us those gloves. When she pretended to be a gardener. Which makes me wonder about the gloves. Why would she give me these? Is she trying to set us up for something? That's weird and sketchy. So he was a mercenary? That was it?
And he stepped out of line.
He repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
Whoa, they tried to drop a grenade in the bar and just kill all of you?
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
Let's say your favorite moment was running out of ammo during a fight with the big Terminator dude at the end. Oh, I remember that guy. Basically ended up finishing him by beating him to death with that John Paul foul stuff weapon. Oh, that's cool. You were sure you were going to die, but that just barely survived. That would be so exciting. What a great finish you had to that.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
So hold on. How do you even know he was in Special Forces?
Because one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNA's goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Did he really?
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
That seems strange.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Okay, but what did he actually do wrong? Like, what made you kill him? Not just who he was, but he had to have done something, right?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Why is a mercenary sent to break up a labor strike do those kind of things?
There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
So we got some evidence? You know who was raped?
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information. Yeah, this game is super interesting. It's like a really well-written book, yet it's like a visual novel. It's also an adventure game and an RPG with like stats and dice roll. It's really cool.
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Okay, was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Oh, that's a good way of putting it, Relentless. It feels like you're playing a D&D and have a DM guiding you through it. Exactly.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
Right, but who did he rape then? That is a serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Because that's going to change everything, right? Once we find out about that, when we interview this woman.
Despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
I only have this one. I'm going to ask one last time. Who did the dead man rape?
Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough.
Hey, every time she talks, he kind of wants to do the opposite because he doesn't like that she's sort of running the show. And, oh, Hasifa, you going out shopping for a while? Leave a lurk while you're out and enjoy the game. Thank you so much for your help, Hasifa. Good luck in your shopping. Hopefully it gets done smoothly. We'll catch you later. Thank you for the lurk as well.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her, too. She doesn't need more embarrassment.
I have a feeling it's the woman we met on that first day upstairs at Locked Her Door. I think it might be her.
What are you talking about? Embarrassment. If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to...
You gotta freaking do something about it.
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face.
You hear the aluminum...
I've had enough of explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead. It's done.
Tried to say what he was doing, but he had more dialogue. He says, you hear the aluminum crack in his palm as he squeezes the beer can.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the situation civil, but
What follows is a slow head shake.
It won't be for long, she means. It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Oh, I love the narrator's voice, Hipster. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
Now, this game came out last year, Hipster, but it had hardly any voice acting. It was mostly just reading and text. There were little blurbs of voice here and there where somebody might say, oh, hello, or something like that. But they recently redid this game in the final cut that just came out like a week ago or so, 2 weeks ago. And it has full voice acting for everything, which for me, that is the perfect time for me to stream it, because then I don't kill myself trying to say everything. And sir, your name is Shanky. I don't think you're in a position to call anyone else an idiot. Touche. Shanky.
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. Certainly enough to not put up with this backsass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
Ooh, we're going to put him in his place. Now you listen to me, Sonny Jim. The autopsy showed the victim's hands weren't tied. No signs of struggle. Explain this and make it real simple. I like that.
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, Capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
He couldn't say what he wanted to say. He knows he's going to incriminate himself or do something else worse.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Mr. Tats, the guy that hit him over the head, what did you use to knock the victim out?
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
Where did all this action take place?
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Wasn't he wearing a helmet or something? I thought he had full armor on. How are you going to elbow him in the back of the head? Okay, we got to do this. It's a composure check. We do have some composure, but it's only a 42% chance. So guys, I need you to, I think it might be physical or something. I'm going to try to request some extra bonus points. See if we can't raise that a little bit. So I clicked on that on your screen. See if you have a chance to give me a bonus to this. I don't know exactly how it works. I got to watch a YouTube video to see what it looks like for you guys, because I can't see it while I'm doing this, unfortunately. You think it's Motorix? Okay, let's try that then. Oh, I don't think that helped. And then I can't do it for another 2 minutes or something. That's okay. All right. Fingers crossed. We have less than 50% chance.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But...
Okay, so first, tell me who's solid. We want to find the people they're going to crack.
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police.
You tried to vote, and then you accidentally closed it before you hit the button. Oh, no. So what happens when I do that, Relentless? Do you just see the 4 skills, and you get to pick which one you want to give a bonus to?
This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
Poor fat Angus. It says this one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain.
A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning. Keep it going long enough, and he'll crack.
There we go. I love this. So it gives you the skills, and you get to choose which one to put a point to, and then you have to hit vote, which is the part you failed to do. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Thank you. That's good for me to describe to everybody else before I do it, though. Okay, so hey, you, turn to the big guy. You having trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
The man next to the big guy bursts out laughing.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Okay, there's something you're not telling me.
And fuck you, too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
There goes Georgie. He heard another dog barking.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus. This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Okay, we'll say, right, I have some other questions about the lynching. Pretty much, George is like, oh, no, you don't. Not in my neighborhood.
Like what, copper?
Hi, Georgie. He came back. Boy. Oh, he's all wet. I didn't realize. I think Andy gave him a bath. No, Georgie, calm down. Do I say that? Why don't I just arrest you? I feel like I'm going to get myself killed if I do that. I think we'll conclude the questioning. So, what are we going to do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
The lieutenant closes his notebook.
I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Oh, it's totally shady. And they started stumbling on themselves when we mentioned the bullet.
Good luck with that. You've
grabs
heard
it over
everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Yeah, that's why I didn't choose that other one when I tried to stand up to him. I wouldn't have gone correct.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
Look at this. My authority is pretty good, but man, we have a very low chance of doing this. 3%. I shouldn't do that. So, oh, you still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hanged man's head.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hanged man's head. You're right, Culver. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
Right? The lieutenant is fixed on Titus.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads.
What?
I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
Is that what bullets do? They just find heads to jump into?
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
I'm going to just come out and say this. I don't want to show them the bullet because I'm scared they might try to take evidence. Let's just say, I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
What?
They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
What?
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Then we'll know the actual person that killed him.
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Okay, I'm going to do this against my better judgment. I'm going to ask you again, why was this, showing them the bullet, in the victim's head?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
Ah, darn it. Okay. Don't worry, we'll figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
He crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment.
It's not like he blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there somewhere.
So, if I ask about the hanging again, is it just the same questions?
Again. Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
Yeah, it's all the same things. Okay, so no more questions.
About fucking time.
And I'm going to take off. Not even going to try this yet. That's terrible. 3% chance, we're going to get killed. All right, so we just got a new mission as well. We have to prove our authority to this Titus guy. You have to gain authority in his eyes for the investigation to advance. Soften him up first. Maybe investigate the crime scene or the body, look for a witness, get help from the union boss or the company rep. Really, we've already started a lot of these. We just got to get more evidence. Like the bullet's one thing, but we need more. Cool. All right, guys, this is probably a good stopping point. We actually made some decent progress. I'm glad I came here to talk to him before we wrap things up, because now I kind of know where we need to go next time for sure. So let's go ahead and do a new save. I didn't want to redo a save. Here, a new save. There we go. Much better. I'm not sure how many saves you can have in this game. I just create a brand new one pretty much once per game. Yeah, it's already been, we're getting on almost 4.5 hours. Saturdays, I usually go a little over 4 hours. Other days, it's closer to 3. Unless it's my Thursday night when I don't have work on Friday. Then we usually push it to like 6, which is going to be next Thursday. Always happy for that. But yeah, about 3 or 4 hours. That's around the time I usually like to stream for. Boom. But yeah, what an interesting game. I love the flow of this game, just how everything works.